This is a special presentation of Tiger Sports on Alamo Sports and Talk 1230 and 101.9 FM.
Hello and welcome to Grady Fields. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk 1230, 101.9. We are at a different place for Tiger baseball. Usually when we're broadcasting here, it's for Lady Tiger fast pitch softball, but the parking lot over at Alamogordo High School, right near where Alamogordo Varsity's baseball field is at, is being redone during the spring break week. So this is normally where the junior varsity and the C team play their games, and for one full season, Alamogordo played over here. That was, I want to say 2012. Sticks in my mind when that happened because we had a big freeze that year, and I think it blew out all the pipes and stuff over there at Tiger baseball field. So we weren't back there till 2013, but it was good to be back there. So not exactly home for the Tiger varsity team, and it's just something they'll have to deal with, and I'm sure they will not have too much issue. Most of these guys have probably played on this field in the past as a member of a JV or a C team, so it won't be completely foreign to them at all. And it's a solid field. I mean, I can't say that the grass is a whole lot. I think the grass is a bit better over at the varsity baseball field, but it's still in pretty good condition here. And one positive thing is you won't be looking directly into the sun in the. Now that I think about that, I guess you really don't do that at the other field anyway. So, anyway, you're listening to the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show. This is Alamo Sports and Talk. We hope you're having a fantastic Monday afternoon. We've got two that we're going to play here today. The Tigers taking on the Portales Rams. Final non-district games of the season for Alamogordo. Big discrepancy in the amount of games played between these two sides. Alamogordo's 4-4, Portales is 2-1. So the Tigers are going into games 9 and 10, while Portales is heading into games 4 and 5 of their season. I don't know if it'll have that big of an impact. I mean, it's one of those things that we see a lot of times when Alamogordo teams play Texas schools. Doesn't really matter what sport it is outside of probably football. If it's volleyball, if it's basketball, softball, they get their season started considerably earlier than we do here in New Mexico. So, but one of those that it's maybe a little bit of an advantage. The Tigers have gone through maybe the ups and downs of a few games and know what to expect a little bit more compared to Portales possibly, but Portales has usually been a pretty solid baseball program, and Tigers certainly want to go into district play, which begins next week against Centennial, with some positive feelings going into that part of the year. So they are finishing up infield, outfield is Portales, and Alamogordo has already gone through theirs. Alamogordo in home white pants with yellow jerseys, black numerals, and says Alamo across the front. Portales, meanwhile, is in red pinstripe jerseys with white numerals and black outlining, and it says Portales across the front of their jerseys. White caps for both teams, white caps and white bills for Portales. Alamogordo with white caps with black bills on their caps this afternoon. So I see the umpiring crew making their way over this direction as well, and so plan to get started at 4 o'clock. Maybe we get going a little bit early. I don't know. Both teams have gone through their warm-ups, so we may be starting any time now. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show for Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. We are going to take a break and come back, hear from our sponsors, and we'll talk about what Alamogordo has done so far this season. This is our first Tiger Baseball broadcast of the year. They've been on the road with the exception of their first 3 games, which unfortunately we were up in, I don't want to say unfortunately, we were in Albuquerque for state tournament basketball action, so we weren't able to cover those games. But excited to be out here and looking forward to districts coming up over the next month or so. We'll be talking about state playoffs here before too long. It's not too early to talk about it now, so we'll probably do that after the break. Stay with us. This is the Otero Federal Credit Union pregame show.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional, VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle,
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Welcome back to Grady Fields, the Alamogordo baseball and softball complex across from Mountain View Middle School. For those of you that were planning on coming out to today's game, obviously if you turn into Tiger Drive, you're going to see that you're not going to be able to access Tiger baseball field. So just head a little bit up further First Street, take a ride on Washington. You can park over at the Mountain View Middle School parking lot and then walk on in this way. Don't forget, no charge. So come on down here and enjoy some baseball. It's Alamogordo taking on Portales as we've got the umpires meeting with the two head coaches, Coach Nathan Winrow for the Alamogordo Tigers, and I know the manager for Portales, who is Arturo Ontiveros, is their head coach. As the looks like they're still continuing to chat things over at the moment, and we'll probably get started pretty close to 4 o'clock. I don't know if we're doing any of the pregame stuff. It's oddly quiet. We don't have music. They did have some music going on, but they turned it off, and so I don't know if we're doing national anthem or any type of announcements or anything like that. So unaware of if that's happening. So looks like they're bringing out. I'm not sure what they're bringing out, to be honest. One of the baseballs. That's what it is. Okay. I was trying to figure out, it was a box that somebody was carrying. I'm thinking, what is that? All right, let's talk about Tiger baseball since we haven't had a game with them this year. We've, of course, been following along with them on our Facebook page. Been posting scores all season long. Don't forget to like us on our Alamo Sports Facebook page. Open up the season at home. The Tigers hosted a round-robin tournament. They lost a tight one to Roswell 7-6. They would beat Nimmy, or fall to Nimmy 16-11 in their second game that day. They would bounce back on Saturday, though, and top Valencia in that morning. 3-0 was the final. Tigers had a tough go against Clovis in their first game over at the Goddard Roswell tournament. 11-0 the final. But, again, bounced back, beat Ruidoso the next day 11-0, and then went over Nimmy 4-2. They would split against Roswell last week. They won the first game 8-5, but lost the second game 7-0. Defense was the big issue in that second game. I think the Tigers had 4 or 5 errors, and I can't remember who the Tiger pitcher was in that game. I believe he only had 1 earned run in the entire game. Tigers didn't have much offense going, but they certainly did not do well defensively, so that was certainly not what they were looking for in that one. But they've got Portales for 2 today, and then they open up District on the road next Tuesday at Centennial. Portales, meanwhile, this season, 2-1 on the year. Lost to Clovis 5-4. So they played Clovis a little bit tighter than Alamogordo did. They beat Jow 17-0. They beat Eunice 23-10. And they might have more games on their schedule than what's showing up here on their max preps, because it's listed games on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, but there's only 2 scores in there. So I'm thinking they're either 3-1 or 2-2 on the season. But you know who they're playing today? They're going to be playing Belen later this week on Wednesday for a tournament. They'll be doing that Wednesday and Thursday of this week. So I think it's going to be a good test for the Tigers. Certainly the one common opponent. They did lose to Clovis, but they, again, played a little bit better against Clovis in that one. So 4A Portales Rams, 5A Alamogordo Tigers. We'll see what we get. This is the Federal Credit Union pregame show. We're wrapping it up. We're going to take one more quick break and come back with First Pitch.
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Custom work is what Ochoa stuff.
Alamo Sports and Talks, 1230-1019. Welcome back here to the Grady Fields Baseball and Softball Complex. We are playing a pair here today, Alamogordo versus Portales, and we're ready to get underway as Andrew Ontiveros leads things off for Portales, the righty facing the right-handed pitching Eric Vasquez in a swing and a miss on the first offering, and we are underway. The Tiger defensive setup, we'll run through all that here in just a second. Tigers, by the way, in the white pinstripe pants with the gold jerseys up top, black numerals and lettering. It said Alamo. And then Portales in all red pinstripes. Ground ball to the left side, and that one, Finch has a little bit of trouble with it, and it'll bounce over to the shortstop, Crawford, and it'll be an E5 here to open the game. But Ontiveros is on for Portales, and it'll be Caden Gutierrez to come up here in the number 2 spot. Tigers defensively, we mentioned Finch over there at third, Caleb Crawford at short, Aiden Tupper is playing second base, Gabriel Collazo at first, Eric Vasquez on the bump, and behind home plate, Cash DeLanda. Looking for the outside corner and gets the called strike on Gutierrez, and the count is 0-1. Outfield for the Tigers is Brody Byers. He's in left, Cade Kiss in center, and Ryan Macklin is in right field. Counts 0-1. And pickoff move over to first. Runners back in plenty of time. Rest of the lineup for the Rams. Elijah Tejas is on deck right now, number 17. He is their starting second baseman. And pitch comes inside. Runner goes. Here's the throw to second, and it's in time. They got him. A one-hop throw, but a great throw from DeLanda. It got there when it needed to, and caught stealing is Ontiveros, and there's one down. So didn't have the gas to get all the way to second base, but good location. It was right there for Tupper to make to apply the tag easily, and the Tigers erase the one base runner. 2-1 now the count here to Gutierrez, the shortstop for the Rams. Swing and a miss, and the count evens at 2. Back into the box comes Gutierrez. And down and away. Didn't get him to chase. The count's 3-2. Noah Swift in the cleanup spot for the Rams. He's their starting catcher. Carson Pfaffenberger, hopefully I've got that right, is their starting pitcher and batting in the 5 spot. And this was fouled off, and staying alive in the at-bat is Gutierrez. And the count remains 3-2. Victor Lozano, the left fielder, is batting in the 6th spot. Idel Liganda Fortnell, the first baseman, is batting 7th. Ground ball up the first base line. That'll be foul. And the Rams first base coach makes the play on that one. And so the 8th pitch of the at-bat here. Clouds are kind of coming in and out, so we'll have a little bit of sunshine. It is, for the players and fans out there in the field, there is a pretty stiff breeze, and took a little bit off, and waving at and missing as Gutierrez, and Vasquez gets the strikeout, and there's 2 down. So after the early error, they get the runner trying to steal second, and then a strikeout, and there's quickly 2 down here in the home half of the first inning. Underway here at Grady Fields. As here comes the pitch from Vasquez, and a swing and a miss from Elijah Tellez. The second baseman gets his first look at the Tiger pitcher. Rest of the lineup, by the way, in the number 8 spot is Peyton Williams, the right fielder, and Zane Mayberry will round out the lineup for the Rams. And looking to get that one over, maybe missed a little bit outside, 1-1. We'll say have a little bit better view from directly behind home plate than we do usually over at Tiger Stadium, kind of off to the left. Ground ball to short. That one is stabbed. Throw on to first on a spinning throw. Nice play from Caleb Crawford, and the inning is over. And the Tigers, not traditionally, but get them down 1-2-3. No hits, 1 error, nobody left on, and no runs. We go to the home half of the first inning. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. We're also online on alamosportsandtalk.com, the Alamo Sports YouTube channel, your Alexa device, enable Alamo Sports Talk, and on the Excited Media.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened, where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230 1019. Welcome back. Tigers and the Rams scoreless after a half inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and Alamogordo will get a chance to hit, and Cade Kiss will come to the plate for the Tigers to lead things off. Cade has gotten off to a very good start this year and has really done well out of that leadoff spot for the Alamogordo Tigers. And we actually have some stats for you guys. I'm always excited when I have stats to talk about during the broadcast, so we'll get to that here in just a second. Carson Pfaffenberger is the pitcher for the Rams, a lefty facing the left-handed hitting Kiss, and this is popped up and foul and out of play behind home plate. We've only got one game going on here today. No JV matchups between Alamogordo and Portales. As Kiss is behind in the count here, 0-1. Cade hitting .407 this season. Here's the pitch. Coming inside on him, and to the backstop it goes, but nobody on, and the umpire will just hand the baseball to the catcher, and he'll toss it right back out to Pfaffenberger. Behind home plate is Noah Swift for the Rams. Get you the Tiger lineup here in just a second. Here comes the pitch, and that's got some good movement on it as the fastball was tailing towards the outside of the plate and then runs back in, and it's a called strike, 1-2. Pfaffenberger with a long set, and now Kiss will call for time. Let's get you the infield for the Rams. Idel Leganda Fortinel is at first, Elijah Tellez at second, Caden Gutierrez at short, and Andrew Ontiveros is at third base. That one runs a little bit high. Again, good movement on the pitch there from Pfaffenberger. As we go to the outfield for the Rams, Victor Lozano in left, Zane Mayberry's in center, Peyton Williams is in right field. Here comes the 2-2. And just reaching out and getting a piece of it and keeping the at-bat alive is Kiss, and the count remains 2-2. Tiger lineup looks like this. Brody Byers, the left fielder, is in the number 2 spot. Gabriel Collazo, the Tiger first baseman, is batting third, and then Cash DeLanda, the Kender, is in the cleanup spot. Here's another 2-2. Swing and a miss as Kiss comes up empty, and that's one down on the strikeout from Pfaffenberger. Tigers remain to their lineup. Elijah Pena, the DH, is hitting the number 5 spot. Eric Vasquez will hit 6th, the Tiger pitcher. Ryan Macklin, the right fielder, hits 7th. Caleb Crawford, 8th. And then Aiden Tupper will round out the lineup. So it's Byers to the plate now, the righty. We'll watch that one. Get the inside corner for a called strike. And the count is 0-1. Byers this season is picked up a couple hits, got an RBI on the year, 5 runs scored. Watches that one miss high and outside. And the count is 1-1. Pfaffenberger kind of stretches with his hand in his glove, both of them over his head, and then goes into his motion after a little bit of a pause. Counts 2-1. Almost reaches the glove where it touches his back initially. It's a ground ball to the left side of the infield. That'll be stabbed at third base by Ontiveros. Toss onto first. It brings the first baseman off the bag, but he's able to run up the line and tag Byers as he's coming by. And so the out is there, 5-3 on the putout. And there's 2 down here in the first inning with no score. And Gabriel Collazo will come to the plate. Gabriel has gotten off to a good start this season. 391 on the year, to include 7 RBIs on the season. Got 5 doubles. And we'll watch the first pitch he sees from Pfaffenberger. It's high and outside, and the count is 1-0. On base percentage of .448, slugging .608 here early in the season is Collazo. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Takes a big, healthy swing at that, but comes up empty, and the count is 1-1. Tigers as a team hitting .258 on the year. Here's the pitch. High and outside. And the count goes 1-2. Or, I'm sorry, 2-1. High pop up, and it's heading up the first base line. Will it stay in play? We got 3 guys giving chase, but trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch was Leganda Fortinel, but unable to gather that in. And it'll be just a long strike. Let me make sure I'm using his last name correctly, the Ferdinand. Legarda. I guess we're not using the Fortinel. At least they didn't in their lineup, so that's what we'll go with. Outside it misses from Pfaffenberger, and we've got a full count here, 3-2 on the Tiger number 3 hitter. Cash DeLanda ready to get an opportunity here in this bottom of the first. No score, and both teams still looking for their first hit. Here comes the pitch. And that misses away. Collazo is going to draw the walk. So the Tigers pick up a base runner as well. And we'll see if Cash DeLanda can get something going here with 2 down in the inning. That was something that Gabriel talked about. We had him for Athlete of the Week last week and was talking about getting late in counts against pitchers a lot this year, really trying to work that a bit more maybe than he had in his other years. And, he works himself to a walk there. So it'll be Cash DeLanda, .368 average on the season. He swings and misses at the first offering. That one tailing down and away from him. 0-1 to Cash. Cash has hit a home run this year. Outside as well. Good velocity on these pitches from Pfaffenberger, but He hasn't quite had the location I think he's been looking for here early. Cash also with 5 RBIs in the season. Swing and a miss on a pitch down and away. A little tip of the head there from DeLanda. I think he was frustrated that he offered it at that pitch. Good movement again from the delivery from Pfaffenberger. Collazo with a short lead away from first. And able to lay off what there was DeLanda. Coming set from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And 2 strikeouts in the inning for Pfaffenberger. And the Tigers do leave a runner on. No hits, no runs, no errors. And we go to the top of the second inning. The Alamogordo Tigers and the Portales Rams scoreless. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Welcome back to the Tiger Junior Varsity baseball fields and a base hit out to left center field. We'll see if they're going to try to turn it to 2. Tigers didn't really rush to get over there and get that, and that is going to allow the leadoff hitter for the Rams on the very first offering from Eric Vasquez. That's Noah Swift, the catcher, who just lifted it out to left center field, and it wasn't Tigers weren't in too big of a hurry to get over to that, and I think it kind of allowed him to get there in time. I think if it had been 1 or 2 steps further to get to the baseball, he might have held up at first. So it's a runner in scoring position right away for the Rams. And the pitcher, Pfaffenberger, comes to the plates, and it misses low and outside to him, 1-0. So runner on second and nobody out, and we're in the top of the second inning on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Vasquez checking back to second. Here's the pitch, and that's in the dirt. DeLanda's able to cat in front of him, and the runner will hold at second base. So it's the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Rams due up in the inning. Swift, who's on second now for the double, Pfaffenberger, and then Victor Lozano, the left fielder, stands in the on-deck circle. Left-handed hitting Pfaffenberger, right-handed pitching Vasquez, and that one is a called strike. 2-1. Oh, wait, 1-2. I'm sorry. Other way around. Trying to hit that outside corner. Does not get the call. And the count runs to 2-2 now. Ground ball to the left side. Collazo does a nice job of keeping his body in front of that. It will allow the runner to advance to third as Collazo takes a few steps to his left and steps on the bag. 3 unassisted for out number 1. But a deep fly ball here could give the Rams an early lead. as they'll step to the plate with a runner on third, and the left fielder, Lozano, comes to the plate for the first time. Well, we have been talking about hitting stats. Let's go ahead and check some pitching stats. This one getting away from DeLanda to his right a bit, but does not allow the runner to advance. And time called for DeLanda. Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication between him and Vasquez on that play, or on that pitch, I should say. But yes, let's get to pitching here eventually. Let's see. So Vasquez 1-1 with a 2.84 ERA this year. And this one is a pop-up and out of play. He has given up 13 hits and struck out 11. That one at the belt, but a little bit high, actually. And so it runs to 2-1 now here on runner on third. Here's the pitch. Goes breaking ball. And 2-2, I'm sorry, the count now. I've been getting off on this today. First baseball game calling this year, so maybe that's what it is. Runner on third and a 2-2 pitch. That one's going to miss high and inside. It's 3-2 now. Tigers trying to avoid giving up the first run of the game. Double to lead off the inning for Swift. Work his way over third on the ground out to the right side of the infield. 3-2. Swing and a miss and a big strikeout there from Vasquez. His second strikeout of the game. But most importantly, takes the sacrifice fly out of play for the Rams. And now Idel Legarda will come to the plate. The big first baseman will step in. Vasquez into his motion. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the Tigers trying to work out of some trouble. Gave up the leadoff double in the very first pitch of the inning. But have settled down nicely. 2 down, runner on third. The 0-1 count. That one gets a little bit outside. DeLanda sort of reached awkwardly across his body, but he kept it in front of him. The count evens at 1-1. Full motion here for Vasquez with that runner on third. Look at that outside corner. He gets it and gets the strike call, and the count is 1-2. Tigers a strike away from getting out of the inning. Runner on third, 2 down. Vasquez winds and deals. Swing and a foul tip, and just staying alive there was Legarda. And the count remains 1-2 to the Rams' first baseman. And the pitch. Get it? Just a little bit low. And certainly over the plate, but below the knees of the big guy. They do have some height on this team between Pfaffenberger and Legarda. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. And they'll toss on to first. They'll get the out. And the inning is over. So 2 strikeouts in the inning for Vasquez after giving up the double. 1 runner left on, 1 hit, no runs, and no errors for the Tigers. And we are still scoreless on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. We go to the home half of the second. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, and we've got a 1-1 count here to the Tigers' leadoff hitter this inning, and it's Elijah Pena. First pitch down and in from Pfaffenberger, and then gets one on the inside corner for a strike. And ground ball foul over towards the first base dugout. Tigers, they chose the third base dugout for today's game as their home dugout. Rams are in the first base dugout, which we are at the other field. It would be opposite. Here comes the 1-2. And this one fouled off up the first base side. And some good work there by the field umpire. He got his foot to that and stopped it. And 1-2 the count. Pfaffenberger ready to deal. And here's the pitch from the lefty. In the dirt. And Pena will keep the bat going. It's 2-2. Long look in from Pfaffenberger. Gives the nod. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Leaning back out of the way is Pena. And 3-2 the count now. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the second. 3 on the outside corner. Pena was ready to flip the bat over towards the dugout and head over to first, but the strike 3 called, and there's one down. So 1 out in the inning, and Eric Vasquez will get his first offering as we got pitcher versus pitcher here. Right-handed hitting Vasquez. Comes to the plate, and the first offering to him. He'll stay in there for a strike, and the count is 0-1. That's in there for a strike as well. That one right down the middle of the plate. Pfaffenberger's got some good pitches in that it sort of looks like it's coming inside and just sort of moves back over the plate, and swing and a miss, and Vasquez down quickly on strikes. And is the 4th strikeout of the day for Carson Pfaffenberger. And so there's 2 down. Ryan Macklin will come up, the Tiger right fielder. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and the count is 0-1. Pfaffenberger working quickly here. Can't quite spot the outside corner on that one as it sort of stayed right on the line of the batter's box outside. And the count is 1-1. This is fought off over to the right side of the infield, but a routine play for Elijah Tejas at second for Portales, and he gets the out. So Tigers go down 1-2-3, a couple of strikeouts, and find themselves in a scoreless tie after 2 innings on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. We will take a break and return. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional, VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30-1019. And the first pitch will miss, and the count is 1-0 to the leadoff hitter for the Rams. As the number 8 hitter to the plate, and Vasquez going to get the next pitch over for a strike. And the count evens at 1-1. Peyton Williams leading things off here for the Rams. Down and away. 2-1 now. Peyton Williams, Zane Mayberry, and then Andrew Ontiveros back to the top of the lineup for the Rams. They have 1 hit and have also reached on an error. That looks like it's in there for a strike, and the count evens up at 2-2. So both pitchers have looked rather sharp here early. Tigers are still looking for their first hit. They have had a base runner with a walk, and the Rams had that leadoff double to begin the second. We're in the top of the third. This one hit over to right field. I think it's going to be down. It's up the line, and that'll be at least 2 here, as the throw into second will squib away from the Tiger shortstop, Crawford. But a double to lead off the inning again here for the Rams, as Williams shoots it to the opposite field on a 2-2 count. And I will say, this grass, at least in the outfield, the ball dies in it. So the Tigers are going to have to be really aggressive when something is hit in that direction, something that maybe would run a little bit faster at the other field. They've got to be on it to get to the ball. Also, good location on the hit there from Williams. Zane Mayberry to the plate. We'll see if he's. Here's a throw to second, and pretty close play actually, as Tupper applied the tag, but the runner back in time. Good pickoff move there from Vasquez. Kind of wonder if Williams is thinking about trying to go here. Vasquez comes to the plate, and he's going to catch that outside corner for a called strike. Counts 0-1 to the center fielder Mayberry for the Rams. Cloud cover is now taken over. We might get some rain during this game today, or these games. Here's a chopper to the left side of the infield. Snagged, and a toss on to first is in time. Does move the runner up as Gavin Finch makes a nice play. 5-3 on the putout. And there's 1 down. Too slow for him to be able to reach back and tag the runner, who's able to advance from second to third. A lot of times the rule is if the ball's hit in front of you there at second that you don't advance, but I think from where it was, he was having to come onto the infield grass and make the play, and there's nobody to cover the bag behind him, so that was good base running there from Williams. So again, a runner on third with 1 out. We'll see if Vasquez can come up with another big at-bat here, as the first pitch to Ontiveros will be softly grounded foul up the third base line. And it's 0-1. So pretty much an identical situation to last inning, but we are coming into the top of the order here for the Rams. Trying to hit the outside corner, but that's not going to get there. 1-1. I feel like we're a little bit closer for some reason. I could hear things on the field a bit more than when we're over there at the Tiger baseball field, but I think I'm just imagining things, to be honest. Here's a ground ball to the left side. The runner's going to try to score. Here comes the throw home. The throw is going to be off the mark, and it gets to the backstop. And so the runner will advance to second. And so fielder's choice on the runner reaching the base, but an E5 there allows the run to come in. If Finch is able to get that on the mark to DeLanda, He's probably able to apply the tag in time. Kind of surprised the runner decided to go, but they tested the Tiger third baseman, and unfortunately unable to make the play. And so Ontiveros ends up at second, and it's a 1-0 lead. Coming set. And here's the pitch. High pop-up, and it looks like it's going to be playable here for DeLanda, and he's unable to make the play. Makes a diving grab at it. Good effort there from Cash, and it'll be a strike on Gutierrez. You can tell he was a little frustrated after the play at home plate. And now right after that, you go and make a diving grab and kind of get yourself dustied up and stuff. Just kind of one of those things that probably adds a little bit to the frustration there. But Cash is always a calming. From anytime I talk to the pitchers, they always say what a calming force he is behind home plate. Out. Counts 1-1 here to Gutierrez. Rams take the lead here in the top of the third, 1-0 on the Tiger error. As Vasquez looks back, and here's the pitch. High pop-up again. This one will get out of play. And the count's 1-2. Runner on second with nobody out here. No, one out in the inning. I'm sorry. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Well, the runner will try to advance to first. I thought that he had scooped that up before it got into the dirt, but played it safe there. And so Vasquez gets the strikeout. That is strikeout number 4 in this one. 2 down. And Elijah Tejas will come to the plate now for Portales. Still that runner on second, but 2 down now in the inning. Vasquez working from the stretch at the belt. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball fouled behind home plate, and he gets ahead in the count 0-1. And you can definitely tell how chilly it is out there. Looking at the fans that are in the stands here, everybody's bundled up, hoodies, blankets. It was spring on Saturday. It is not today. In there for a called strike, and the count is 0-2. And the throw back to the pitcher kind of got away, but that runner stays at second. At a 2-strike count here, try to get out of the inning without any further damage done. 1-0 Rams. Vasquez ready to go. Try to hit that outside corner, going to miss outside. That was a difficult pitch for Tejas to lay off of. It was right there. And that's in the dirt. DeLanda will throw off his mask and really didn't get that far away from him, but good awareness to make sure that the runner doesn't advance, and the count moves down to 2-2. And a spin move, throw back to second, and back in plenty of time is Ontiveros. On any contact, he'll get some extra running room, and this is to right field. It is down. A little bit of a high bounce. Here comes the throw into the infield. It's not going to be in time. And an opposite field base hit RBI single for Elijah Tejas, and the Rams double their lead as they take a 2-0 lead on Alamogordo. And just as I was saying that, as soon as contact happened, the runner able to go. Oh, and I see that my app says moderate rain starting in 20 minutes, so let's see. Yeah, possibly. It's on the radar. Hopefully it's not something that's out. This one bounces away from DeLanda, and the runner's going to be able to advance to second. So this inning kind of getting away from Alamogordo a bit. They had a runner on third with one out, and a throwing error allowed the run to score. Runner got to second. A strikeout from Vasquez had given them 2 outs, and he had 2 strikes. Opposite field base hit, scored that runner from second, and the pitch comes inside, and the count is 2-0 now here to Noah Swift, who led off the second inning with the double, but did not score in that inning. The pitch. That one will get in there for a strike. Count goes to 2-1. Again, gets it over the plate. This time on the outer half, 2-1. I'm sorry, 2-2 now. And another opportunity to get out of this inning. Swift, of course, trying to back up his at-bat in the second inning, see if he can bring another run in. That one's high and inside, and the count runs full. Now, can't go on the pitch, but can go on some contact here. See if Vasquez can come up with something good here on 3-2. Here it comes. In the dirt, and it's going to get away from DeLanda. The runner does try to go to third. Here's the throw. Did he get him? He did. So tried to get in there and move on to third. Portales, a very aggressive base running team, and the inning is over as DeLanda makes a heck of a throw. He was standing probably a foot or two to the right of the left-hand batter's box and absolutely rifled that over there. Good tag applied by Finch, and the Tigers able to get out of here without any more damage done. So it ends up with 1 hit or 2 hits in the inning for the Rams, 2-run score, 2 Tiger errors, 1 Tiger error, I'm sorry, and 1 runner left on. We go to the home half of the third, and Alamogordo will try to answer back on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Welcome back. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. It is the bottom of the third. Alamogordo trails 2-0. And the pitch from Pfaffenberger is a ground ball to the left side of the infield. That is swallowed up by the third baseman, Ontiveros. He tosses on to first, and there's one quick out as Caleb Crawford grounds out into the 5-3. And Aiden Tupper will come to the plate now for the Tigers. Number 9 hitter for Alamogordo, then back to the top of the order with Cade Kiss. Carson Pfaffenberger, still yet to surrender a hit, has allowed 1 base runner as a walk and has struck out 4. And again, good movement on the pitch coming across the plate. He's a lefty facing these right-handed hitted Tigers. I think Cade Kiss is the only lefty in the, well, I take that back. I think, he is the only lefty in the lineup. Looking for the outside corner, but just misses on the 0-1. And the count evens up at 1-1. And the pitch. And a swing and a miss on one that was down and away. Catcher was snagging that one at the ground. And we've seen a few Tiger hitters, especially those pitches, the righties against those outside pitches. Swing and a miss on one upstairs. And that is strikeout number 5 from Carson Pfaffenberger. 2 down, and Cade Kiss will come to the plate. Kiss, the lefty, struck out in his first at-bat. So Pfaffenberger strikes out 5 of the Tiger 9 hitters in that first run through the order. Gave up a walk and 2 groundouts. Or I should say 3 groundouts. Fouled off and out of play at the third base side for Kiss. And the count 0-1 to the Tiger center fielder. The pitch. And a ground ball to the right side. Should be playable for the second baseman. Tejas tosses on to first. And a very, very quick bottom of the third inning for the Tigers. 4-3 on that last putout. And no runs, no hits, no errors for the Tigers. Nobody left on through 3 completes on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. It's Portales 2, Alamogordo nothing. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened, where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. And unfortunately, after 3 innings and a 2-0 lead for Portales, we've got a lightning delay, which I wouldn't have necessarily expected this time of year, but we're going to have to take a 30-minute break here. I think one of the positive things is these storms, I believe, are moving pretty quickly. So I don't anticipate us having to have long-term delays for any of these, but certainly unfortunate that we have to take a little break here, and I'm not sure who made the call, but it is one of those things that you just can't take that risk. Especially you got a big open field with a bunch of players, and so I think everybody will have to go back to their car, or I assume the player. I mean, there should be enough space in the dugouts that they can hang out in there, I assume, or I don't know if they're going to have go back to buses for Portales or. For Alamogordo, I don't know, they'll just come up here in the crow's nest, to be honest. So we are in a weather delay. It'll be at least 30 minutes, so it just popped up here probably about 4:41, 4:42. And so we'll just one little baby cell that's out there. Hopefully not. Hopefully this won't be too long of a run. I haven't heard any thunder, but, it's definitely one of those better safe than sorry situations, and so we'll certainly hope that it moves through very quickly and we don't end up having a long-term delay. Certainly for Portales, they've got a long road trip coming up for them that they're going to have to make their way back over to Portales here before the end of the night. So I mean we were moving at a pretty quick pace there for the first couple of innings, but unfortunately ended up finding ourselves with this weather delay. And so, I mean, if they're leaving at 9 or 10 o'clock, they're not getting back to 1 o'clock in the morning or something along those lines. So certainly we feel bad for their group and having to deal with that tonight. So hopefully it's just a 30-minute delay, and we're able to get back to things here in a short while as the field has been cleared and the fans are having to head back over to their vehicles, and so we'll hopefully get this one started. So we'll recap the game up to this point. The Tigers are trailing 2-0. Alamogordo got out of the first inning after an early error, put a runner on. Good throw to second by Castellanda, got the runner out at second, and a strikeout and a ground out into the top half of the first inning. Tigers would get a runner on in the first as well, as Gabriel Collazo picked up a walk, but a couple of strikeouts from Carson Pfaffenberger, able to get the Rams out of that inning. The Rams would lead off with a double in the second, but the Tigers, after a ground out and then two big strikeouts from Eric Vasquez, able to work out of that inning and leave that runner stranded. Pfaffenberger would put the Tigers down in order in the second with a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. And then that third inning, the Rams led off with a double again. It was a ground out and then a ground ball over to third, but a throwing error allowed the run to score. The Tigers would have a runner on second as well in that inning, and then a single with 2 outs and 2 strikes ended up putting the runner home, and it led to a 2-0 lead. There was a walk, but the runner tried to advance to third on the walk. There was a ball that got away just a little bit, and as they threw over to third, able to tag him out, and that got the Tigers out of the inning. Tigers just went down in order in the third inning with a couple of ground outs and a strikeout, and then just as we were getting ready to start the fourth inning, we heard that there was a weather delay. So 30 minutes at minimum, and if there's another lightning strike, then they would extend it. And what it is, 30 minutes from the most recent lightning strike. So if we pick up one here in sometime the next 30 minutes, it'll be from when that next one happens, and then we'll end up having to wait a little bit longer to get this one back underway. So we will hopefully just have that little 30-minute break and get right back out there and play some more baseball. It's just a little cell that's kind of out to the west, and it definitely looks pretty strong out in that direction looking at the radar, but hopefully it moves through quickly and we can get back to things as fast as possible and get this game going again. All right, we will take a commercial break and come back on the Richard scoreboard. It is a 2-0 lead for Portales. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We are in a weather delay. Stay with us.
Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit, whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief. We can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Welcome back here to Grady Fields. We are in a weather delay. If you're here in Alamogordo, you can just look out the window. In fact, we can't really see the storm coming in from the direction that we're looking, but I can just look out here to the north and see the rain curtains coming in from, or that's dust. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely a pretty good storm that is moving in our direction. So there was lightning in this storm, so that's the main reason why we had to stop. But I think even without the lightning, we may have had to stop because of the rain here at some point as well. So it is definitely moving in this direction. And so we're in a little bit of a hold, to say the least. We do have some other stuff going on today. Alamogordo softball's up in Albuquerque as they're facing off against La Cueva. I should look and see what the radar looks like up there to see if they're having issues with weather today. Yeah, they certainly could be. It's it's funny. They moved that game from Friday the 15th to today because of the weather that day, which they was the right move. I think they had 60-mile-an-hour winds that day in Albuquerque. But of course, the spring at times can be this kind of the transition from winter to spring. This time of the year can be sort of bad in times. Trying to get sports in, outdoor sports in. So. Unfortunately, they might be dealing with the same thing that we are down here. And you may hear some voices behind me here. They brought both teams up into the crow's nest to get out of the weather, which certainly the smart thing to do. There's still a couple people that are down on the field, but I think certainly making the correct call to make sure that everybody is safe. And they're trying to. There may be some fans that are bringing their vehicles inside. Usually they block off the inside of the infield for people working the game or handicap only, but I think they're letting everybody park in here today. There's only one game going on, so kind of understandable for folks to just go ahead and park down here. So there's some space behind the JV softball field where they can park. So we are facing towards the northeast, I think. Usually have my directions right. Maybe closer to north, the direction that we're facing, but we can see the rain kind of moving in a little bit. It doesn't look like it's actually started raining here right now, but yeah, I think more people had parked their cars out at Mountain View Middle School and are now moving them in here. So I get it. Certainly a little bit easier to get out of here that way, and whenever the game restarts, they'll be pretty close to walk back over here and enjoy this one. So. Yeah, the rest of the week, schedule-wise for all of our teams. Do want to mention, by the way, if you were tuning into the roundup, the Tularosa track and field team. If you missed that interview, you can find it on our Alamo Sports YouTube channel and listen to that anytime you want to. I see a fair amount of you have already found that out. So don't forget all of our team interviews, all of our games. You can go back and listen to those on our Alamo Sports YouTube channel. And have that for you guys on there, and you can listen to it anytime that you like to. We, of course, update things on our Alamo Sports YouTube channel for you guys. Let y'all know what's happening in our for our area teams and different thing that's going on with that. So let's see. Hey, there's my updated public service announcements. Where we update all the sports games coming up this week. Tiger Powerlifting has their final home event of the season and their final regular season event. So for the Tiger and Lady Tiger Powerlifters, their last opportunity to get themselves a state qualifying lift. You can go and see what the standings are right now in the state. You have to be a top 8 lifter in your weight class in order to be able to make it. And you can go to NMAApowerlifting.com to go and check that out and see who's where they, if they're in the top 10. 9 and 10 obviously need to get a little bit better in order to make it, but they certainly have the opportunity to do so here at the A-Town Last Chance meet. And it's not just Alamogordo, Tularosa, Cloudcroft will be there, and there may be other teams from around the area. I know Mescalero Apache, I know, has a team, but I don't think they've competed yet this year. They do have an event list. They were supposed to be at Hatch a couple weeks ago, and then there's another one, I think, at Ruidoso on the 27th. So there are some opportunities here to go and compete. We mentioned softball. Alamogordo is at La Cueva at 3 and 5 o'clock today, as long as they're not dealing with the same weather issues that we are. Tularosa baseball's up at Ruidoso tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And, I'm sorry, Tularosa softball is up there. And Alamogordo and Tularosa softball both go up to Rio Rancho this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They've got the Kristen Griego tournament. Alamogordo plays Farmington on Thursday to open. And I have to pull up the bracket. I don't remember who they play to begin that tournament. As for baseball, we've got this one going on here. Alamogordo taking on Portales. We're hopefully going to get back to it here before too long. You can feel the chill of the rain coming in. It may miss us to the north here a little bit. I can definitely see it up on the mountains and stuff, but maybe we won't. It'll be good, honestly, if we don't get the rain here at the field. I don't know how well this field holds water, so let's certainly hope that that's the case. So, and other baseball this week, Mescalero Apache plays a doubleheader at Mesilla Valley Christian on Tuesday, and I know I got confused with Tularosa baseball. They are also playing at Ruidoso coming up on Tuesday. And then Friday and Saturday, Mescalero Apache's up at the Los Lunas tournament. I believe that's at least it's listed as a non-varsity tournament opponent that they're playing. So I don't know if they're playing mainly 4A, 5A JV teams up there. And then Thursday through Saturday, Tularosa's out at the Dexter tournaments. So they've got that going on. Track and field, Tularosa and Mescalero Apache. They are at Dexter for their next meet. That's on Thursday. Cloudcroft and Capitan on Friday. Or Cloudcroft is at Capitan on Friday. And that's it for the week. We do have golf next Monday and Tuesday. Mescalero Apache is the Siri Invitational in Socorro. That'll be at 9 a.m. All right, so if you're wondering why I'm just kind of chatting up about some of the other sports that are going on and not talking about baseball, we are in a weather delay. For those of you here in the area, obviously you can see the rain, but the big thing is there was some lightning. So I think it was about 4:41, 42. So I think the earliest we can get going is 5:12 would be the start. So around 5:15, let's say that. So that's about 15 minutes away. So I believe that's when we could get restarted again for Game 1. Portales leading 2-0 in Game 1 doubleheader. We'll definitely continue to update you on social media and what's happening as well. But through 3 complete innings, so we're about halfway through. I think for it to be an official game, I'm not sure if we have to get through 4, but that's a good for it to be an official game, because the Tigers have gone through the lineup once. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I'm not sure what the answer would be on that, but hopefully we don't have to find out. And so we'll get this one going as soon as possible. But Rams leading the Tigers 2-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Let's go ahead and take another break. We'll come here, and the Tigers are trailing and looking to come back, and we will return right after this.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. We're in a weather delay currently at Grady Field. The Tiger baseball team taking on the Portales Rams. We should be back going by around 5:15 if we don't get any further lightning strikes in the area. It is starting to, is that rain or is that snow? I think it's raining, but it kind of seems to be like a little bit of a mix. Sleet, yeah, we're trying to figure out. Alan Edmondson, the Alamogordo High School, or rather Alamogordo Public Schools athletic director, is here. And we've also, of course, got members of the Alamogordo athletic training staff. Usually the athletic trainers, whether it's David Maldonado or Misa Tran, they're the ones who have to make that call a lot of the time on whether we have to stop playing. So, yeah, it's definitely not just rain that is falling at the moment, and it's definitely pretty cold out there this afternoon. So, definitely good breeze, and it's going to be a chilly rest of the evening. Yeah, it's definitely sleet. You can see the little pellets that are out on the field right now. So it's doing a little bit of not just rain at the moment. You can't even. We're looking towards the northeast, and you can see the Sacramento Mountains really, really well normally. But right now, you can't see the Sacramento Mountains at all. It is thankfully we're not getting that bit of rain because that looks exceptionally heavy. We're just getting little bits right now, so I think we're kind of catching a break in terms of the quality of the field. I think if that had come through here in our area, we would have had more problems than just having to wait out a lightning delay. So that's definitely a positive at the moment. We knew there was a pretty good chance of seeing some rain this afternoon, and yeah, they're still pretty much popped right over Alamogordo at the moment. The cell. So we'll continue to be on a bit of a hold, waiting to see, resuming at 5:20. Okay, weather permitting. I had it about right. I said 5:15, so I know. There we go. Misa won't come on the radio. I know she won't. She won't do the announcing either. We know. Let's see if we can do that. Come on now. But Misa Tran, the Alamogordo athletic trainer, letting us know about what's happening right now with the weather. So around 5:20, we should be able to get going again. I got to be honest, I think the players would rather not be out there in the sleet playing at the moment, so I think they're okay with a little bit of a weather delay. They will obviously have to warm back up and get going and get ready to get this one underway, but, it shouldn't be too big of an issue, and I think thankfully for the Portales players and everybody that are having to make the long road trip back out to eastern New Mexico tonight, that we should be able to get this one back underway, and it won't be too late of a night this evening, but we'll certainly cross our fingers on that, certainly for them, because that's definitely a long road trip for them. You know what? Something we haven't done is looked at the rankings for baseball for Alamogordo baseball. I know when we talked about it, I think last week, Tigers were just on the outside of the top 16. They've dropped a little bit further. They're now sitting at 19, which I don't know has much to do about last week for them. They split with Roswell, and it may have more to do with the teams around it. But they're still within striking distance of that top 16. Roswell sitting up there at 15. This last updated on the 25th, so today. La Cueva is number 1. Volcano Vista, Sandia, Cleveland, and Rio Rancho round out the top 5. Top team in the Alamogordo district is Oregon Mountain at 6th, and Las Cruces right behind them at 7. Carlsbad, Rio Grande, and Hobbs round out the top 10. Then it's El Dorado, Clovis, Mayfield is also in the top 16. Piedra Vista, Roswell, Los Lunas. So ahead of Alamogordo, outside of the top 16, is Farmington, Cibola, and then it becomes Alamogordo. Centennial sitting at 20. Gadsden's at 23. And who are we missing in the district there? Where's Gadsden? Gadsden's 23. Centennial's 20. Alamogordo. Okay, so then Mayfield, Las Cruces, Carlsbad are all in the top 16. So that's one positive for Alamogordo. Obviously, they know that going into district's going to be the make or break part of their season. They've obviously got to be able to go out and play well and get some wins over some tough district opponents if they're going to get the state this year. So, and I think you look at today as well with Portales. This is a challenging matchup here early in the season. Portales not. I feel like I just saw lightning, or maybe I just. Yes, I did. Well, there's another weather delay for us because we have to wait 30 minutes from that lightning strike. I knew I saw a flash out of my peripheral when I was looking down, so instead of 5:20, it would be 5:36 that we could get started. They have to restart the clock from that point. So unfortunately for all the players are sitting up here in the crow's nest and wanting to get this one back underway, but it's 30 minutes from the last lightning strike to when they can get out there and play again. But unfortunately, a little bit of lightning, and I got to say that was relatively close. So there's it's again worth pointing out a reason of why we do these weather delays. I know some people will say, "Oh, the storm's way far away." Lightning can travel an immense distances, and we're at the end of the day we're playing a game, and it's not worth it for somebody to get hurt or worse because of weather, because we had to stick out there and continue to play baseball. So Portales not listed in the rankings right now in baseball because they haven't played 5 games yet. They will, or at least on Max Preps, they don't have 5 games. After today, they will have a minimum of 5 games played, so it'll be interesting to see where they're sitting. I'll have to look and see on the coaches poll that they had up. Let me see if I can find that real quickly. From last week, the baseball coach polls. Hey, there we go. I knew I'd find it eventually. Is Portales 4A or 3A? I thought they were 4A. Yeah, they are 4A. Strangely, not listed in 4A. I'm kind of surprised by that, to be honest. But that may have to do with the Max Preps rankings. I don't know. It's so early in the season that polls really are, they are what they are. You don't really get too worked up over them. Now, again, the Max Preps rankings are definitely a good thing to keep an eye on at any point throughout the season because they do have an impact on whether you make state or not. So, you look at your overall standings, your district finish, your wins over district champs, the Max Preps rankings, the coaches polls, and head-to-head is the final part of that as well. So, those are all things that will be looked at when the end of the season rolls around. Which, again, district is weighted very, very heavily when it comes down to it at the end of the season. Definitely a big deal there. All right, we continue to be in a weather delay, and we've been there for about 30 minutes now. I think we stopped around 4:40. It is, by the way, a 2-0 lead for Portales. I apologize for not mentioning that a while ago. We're going into the top of the 4th inning. It'll be the Rams at the plate. The Tigers will be out defensively, and we'll be hopefully ready to get that back underway before too long. Starting to see some blue skies out towards the north and west. So this is moving through. And unfortunately, I just saw another lightning strike. So we'll hear it here shortly. So I think it'll be another 30 minutes from this point. I think you'll hear it here in a second. least I thought I saw it. Yeah. So, unfortunately, I think we may be pushed a little bit until after 5:30 before we get started once again. But, hey, we're hanging out. We'll continue to broadcast this one and let you know what's happening. I know they get to a certain point of how many weather delays they can go before they have to call the game. And, again, I'm not sure if I'll have to ask here in a second if 3 complete is a full game that they can count it official. So we'll chat about that. So we'll come back and we'll get you into more of our we can call it the Otero Federal Credit Union weather delay, because we don't really have halftime in baseball and softball, so that's what it is. Why not? We will come back and we'll hopefully be started here before too long, as the Tigers trail 2-0 as we go to the top of the fourth. We'll be back.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened, where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
On the back, you're listening to Alton Talk, 1230 1019. We are here at the Grady Fields, as we do have a weather delay that's going on. We've actually closed the window here for safety. We've actually had a couple pretty good lightning bolts that were not far away from where we are. So went ahead and just saved. So you could probably tell it's maybe a little bit louder in here at the moment because we've closed things up a little bit. But we've got both baseball teams and pretty much everybody else that was out here earlier. And so kind of fun, the fact that you got two teams that are competing and they're having fun and socializing up here as well. I do have an update for you from Albuquerque. La Cueva's leading Alamogordo 2-1. That's a big game for the Lady Tigers. La Cueva, at least at last check, I think was ranked second or third in the state. La Cueva came down here and won a tie game. I think it was 1-0. They won that game at the beginning of the season last year. So we'll see if the Lady Tigers can continue to fight back. They were down 2-0, made it 2-1 in the top of the third inning, and they are in the bottom of the fourth inning at the moment. As somebody's updating scores up there, so we appreciate. Hopefully, this person isn't faking it. That would be kind of sad. I don't know why somebody would go on Max Preps and fake updating scores. So that would be sort of silly, to be honest. So it appears to be 2-1 La Cueva at the moment. Doubleheader for them up in Albuquerque at the moment. So our weather delay here, by the way, 2-0 Portales. They are in front of Alamogordo. We're going to the top of the fourth. I did check with Coach Edmondson. The game isn't official until after 5 innings, and so we're not through. If it was through 4.5 and the home team was leading, it would be official, but you have to get through 5. So I think we'll get back going. Unfortunately, it will push everything a little bit later through the rest of the evening because of the weather. But it's one of those deals that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. So we'll hopefully get back going here before too long. I will say, if you're planning on coming out to the late games tonight, bring warm clothing. The stuff that has blown through has made things considerably colder out there. Wet and windy and blah. It would be my best way to describe that. It's good. That's good radio, right? Just make guttural noises about what the weather is like. So, but if you haven't been listening, let's recap what we've had so far in this one. It's been mostly the pitchers able to control things until that bottom of the third for Portales. Tigers gave up an early error, and a runner got on, but as Ontiveros tried to steal second, Castellanda made a nice throw there, and he was tagged out. And then Eric Vasquez would strike out the next batter, and a ground out to end that first inning. So the Rams did go down in order in that inning. Tigers, Cade Kiss would strike out to begin the game, a ground out from Brody Byers, and then a walk to Gabriel Collazo. Castellanda would strike out to finish up that inning. In the top of the second, very first pitch of that inning, Noah Swift for the Rams doubled out to left center field. He would advance to third on a ground ball to first. But then 2 consecutive strikeouts. Victor Lozano and Idel Legarda both struck out. And Vasquez able to get the Tigers out of that inning. Carson Pfaffenberger would strike out the first 2 hitters in the bottom of the second for Alamogordo. And then Ryan Macklin would ground out to finish up that inning. As we went to the bottom of the third, it was another leadoff double. It wasn't the very first pitch. In fact, I believe it was on a 2-2 count as Peyton Williams sent the ball up the first base line for a double. Zane Mayberry would ground out to second. That would advance the runner to third. Then there was a ground ball to third and a off-the-mark throw to Castellanda at home plate. And it allowed the runner to come in and score and made it a 1-0 game that also allowed Ontiveros to advance to second. Vasquez would get a strikeout for the second out of the inning on Gutierrez, and then Elijah Tejas would send one out to right field for an RBI single, and the run would score and make it 2-0. A walk to Noah Swift, but the fourth ball ended up kind of just getting away from Castellanda, but he made a fantastic throw over to third to get Tejas, who was trying to advance it over to third on that pitch, and it ended the inning. And that's where we're at now. Actually, we should go to the bottom of the third inning. Tigers would go down in order: a ground out for Caleb Crawford, a strikeout for Aiden Tupper, and then a ground out for Cade Kiss. And that's put us to the end of 3, and that's when we got to our weather delay. So I think the earliest we can start is around 5:40, 5:45. It just depends on when, how recent the most recent lightning strike was. So it'll end up being close to about an hour weather delay with the storm that is moving through the area, unfortunately. But we should be able to get this game back going and should be able to get the second game going, I assume, and get through this evening. But obviously being smart in terms of not having any type of injury or anything due to lightning strike. And it is a little bit warmer up here than it is out there. I will say I don't know if they even have a heater up here, but it's definitely nicer than standing out there in that open field, I would certainly guess. So it's 2-0 Portales. We're through 3 complete. Top of the fourth when we resume, hopefully sometime here in the next 20 minutes or so, as we'll continue what I've been calling the Otero Federal Credit Union weather delay. It's like halftime. Why not? It's a long, long halftime, but it's halftime to say the least. So we're having some fun with it, and certainly looking forward to getting back going with this evening's game. you want to mention that Alamogordo softball, last check from somebody who's updating up there in Albuquerque at La Cueva High School. Alamo trailing 2-1. That one last updated in the bottom of the fourth inning, and that was a while ago. So I don't know. Maybe they are dealing with the weather delay as well. So that was, I think, 4:15 was the last update for that. So they may also. I noticed there was some weather pushing through the Albuquerque area, just like it's pushing through here as well. So they may be on hold, or maybe just hasn't been an update in a while online. So I'll hopefully have something more for you guys on that. Certainly we'll have final scores up on our Alamo Sports Facebook, Alamo Sports 1019-1230. You can also follow me on Twitter at Charles Winicky and find out what's happening with all of that. All of our Tiger sports, Wildcat sports, Bears and Chiefs, and if you're looking for interviews that we've had, you can go to our Alamo Sports YouTube channel. Don't forget you can listen to all the games that we broadcast on there as well. You can also listen to us online at alamosportsandtalk.com. We're available as well. If you head over to the Exciter Media app, you can download on your phone, on your tablets, and what else we got? Alexa. I always forget Alexa for some reason. Enable Alamo Sports Talk if you want to listen to our station anytime. Of course, we have ESPN Radio most of the day. We've got some great local morning shows talking about local topics every single day. Nadia Sykes with her shows on Mondays and Wednesdays. Michael Shinneberry with his show on Tuesday and Thursday. And then on Friday, Conservative News Talk with Trent and Amy and JP and sometimes a lot of other cast of characters that are in there. So make sure you check those out, 7 to 8 or 7 to 9 on Mondays and Wednesdays. And lots of different play-by-play action here. We'll have, I think, NBA coming up on Wednesday for y'all. Diamondbacks return on Thursday. They open up their season against the Colorado Rockies, the defending National League champions, trying to repeat. It was a surprise last year, but hopefully they're able to find that spark they had last season and maybe carry it over to this year. Hopefully it's another exciting season. But we'll have the Diamondbacks for you starting on Thursday and running through most of their 2024 season. So we look forward to that. We'll also have the NCAA Tournament's Final Four, not this upcoming weekend, but obviously next weekend. We've got the Sweet 16 and the Elite Eight this weekend. And what else we got coming up for you guys as well? Baseball. And I guess that's kind of it at the moment, but looking forward to all of that. And, of course, a lot of Tiger sports, Tiger baseball and softball. We'll have all the home games coming up throughout April and into May. And then, of course, state tournament action, hopefully, for both these teams coming up in April, or I should say in May. And we'll be covering those for you guys here as well on Alamo Sports and Talk. All right, we are in a weather delay, hopefully going to get restarted maybe in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes before this one will get back underway. Unfortunately, I can't look outside at the moment because we closed the doors here, but we'll open it back up here before too long and let you know what the weather forecast is looking like. Okay, we'll come back. We continue on with the Otero Federal Credit Union weather delay. We want to thank all of our sponsors, though. We appreciate all of our Tiger sports sponsors that keep us going on the air throughout the season. We most definitely couldn't do it without them. Our scoreboard sponsor is Rich Motor Team, Ochoa Stucco, Loco Credit Union, and the Winner's Circle as well. We appreciate every single one of y'all. All right, we will take a break and come back. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Loco Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at lococreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019, continuing a weather delay here at Grady Fields as the Tigers and Rams are through three complete. Portales is leading 2-0, and we'll hopefully get back going here in the next 15 minutes or so. I haven't heard any lightning. I also haven't, what's the other? I haven't had any alerts on my phone. It's been about 30 minutes since I've had one, but there may be some other alerts that have popped through. So hopefully in the next 15 minutes we'll get this one underway before we get too deep into this weather delay. I know that there's, I think, only so many delays we go through and then they have to call the game, but I'm not sure that works when you got a doubleheader for baseball. It's something I'm trying to think of, at least here locally. I'm not sure I ever remember a baseball or softball game being called due to, well, yes, I do remember. Softball for sure I know being called due to weather, mainly because the field became unplayable at some point. But I don't remember, it's been a while since that happened. But we had a big thunderstorm roll through and just couldn't get back going. I'm not sure I remember any baseball games being called that way, though, so. Looks like that cell that had brought the storms through has moved through the area. It's up into the mountains now. I will say there is some more stuff behind it, but there should be a pretty good window to get back going and play some baseball tonight. Whether we're able to get in both games, that's something we'll have to wait and see. Obviously that's going to be the big question mark of timing, because we certainly don't want to be sending back the Portales players at 11, 12 o'clock at night tonight. So I'm sure that the goal will be to get this going and see how things, see where we're at after Game 1 finishes up and determine what to do with Game 2 this evening. So we've got the people to make the decisions here for all that. Again, the Alamogordo Public Schools Athletic Director, Alan Edmondson, is here. So I'm certain that they'll be able to make the right decision with all of that. But a lot of it depends on how quickly things go here to finish up Game 1. If it's a super high-scoring game, as we go through, I would be surprised based on what we saw from the pitchers through the early part. I think what will be interesting as well, since we've had about an hour delay, do both teams return? I mean, with high school baseball, you'll send guys back out there to pitch again. It's one of those that, you see that in Major League Baseball where if a guy comes out and pitches 3 innings and then they have a weather delay, he's not coming back out to pitch again. But in high school, I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue, but we'll see. That maybe both teams go to relievers when we come back out there. But that's something we'll obviously have to find out, or we'll all find out together here whenever that ends up happening. So, again, I think we should be getting back going here before too long, sometime in the next 15 minutes, hopefully, to get back underway for tonight's doubleheader between the Tigers and the Rams. One more check to see if we have any further updates between Alamogordo and La Cueva. Does not look like anything has changed. Whoever was updating Max Preps has stopped, or they're in a weather delay or something. So we just haven't seen any further updates on that. It was 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. That was the last update that we had for that particular game. All right, what else should we talk about here? We've obviously got some time to kill here. Do want to mention some of the things that are coming up in terms of state events. We've got Spirits coming up on the April 5th and 6th weekend. I know for sure Alamogordo's competing. I don't know if, Tularosa Cloudcroft, I know they have cheer programs as well. We'll keep an eye out and see if because I know Tularosa competed at the Alamogordo event. So we'll certainly keep an eye on that when state comes next week. And then powerlifting, as we mentioned, is coming up the weekend after that. It'll be the first ever. Well, no, they had as a sport, it'll be the first ever competition for powerlifting in the state of New Mexico. So let's just look at the standings in powerlifting since we got a little bit of time. At the 97 weight pound class in 5A, Alamogordo's Casey Singleton is in the 8th spot right now. So she's holding on to that last state qualifying mark. Mackenzie Stitt at 105 pounds is in 4th. She's lifted 375 this year. And a reminder for those of you that maybe haven't been following along with powerlifting this year, that is squat, bench press, and deadlift all put together, and determines what your total weight is and whether you're qualified for state or not. And we mentioned that Alamogordo's got their A-Town Last Chance meet coming up this Saturday, so an opportunity for you to go check that out. At 123 pounds on the girls' side, Alamo's got 2 qualifiers, Brooklyn West and Sydney Field, both in the top 8 at the moment. At 132 pounds, nobody from Alamogordo. Reagan Weaver is 7th in the state at 148 pounds. She lifted 590. Alejandra Amaya is 4th right now, lifting 675 at 165 pounds. Lady Tigers have 2 at 181 pounds as well. Sachi Allen and Madison Giggler. Madison lifted 650 and Sachi 625 on the season. Sydney Crispin is 5th at 198 pounds. She's lifted 710. At 220, she lifted 755. So I don't know if she's going to be competing at 220 or 198 this year, but she's a little bit further up the margin. If she had lifted 755 at 198, she'd be 3rd, and she's 2nd at 220. Go figure. It's kind of interesting. And Addison Cisco is in the top 8 right now at 259 pounds. She lifted 525 this year. And I want to say we have one Tularosa girl that is qualified at the moment. Yes, Isabel Gomez is 4th right now at 259. John Lee Gibson from Cloudcroft is 3rd. And let's see what else we got from our area schools that are in the top 8, or at least listed here in the top 10. I don't think there's anybody else now as I go through all of this. Jaleesa Banda from Cloudcroft at 105 pounds has the best lift of the season so far. She lifted 410 earlier this year. So that appears to be everybody on the girls' side in Class AA, and or I should say single A, AA, AAA is the lowest division. So you have single A through 3A, 4A, and 5A on the girls' side. All right, let's go ahead and take a break. We'll talk more powerlifting. We're still hoping to get baseball back going again. The Tigers are trailing the Rams 2-0 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard, and so we'll return here from Grady Fields. If you want to come down and join us, I'm for sure that we're going to get going again tonight. Make sure you dress warmly if you come on out. I think once this weather moves through, we'll be in pretty good shape for the rest of the evening, or at least for the next maybe hour or two. We'll be in good shape. So we'll come back. Thanks for tuning in to our weather delay, which we've had going on for about an hour. We'll be back with more Tiger baseball as they trail 2-0. We'll be back after this.
The Winner's Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner's Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner's Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened, where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We are in a weather delay, which I just got an update from Alamogordo athletic trainer Misa Tran that we should get going around 5:50, or at least that's when the weather delay will end. I don't know how much of a warm-up or if they'll let the kids out there to warm up earlier than 5:50 so we can start at 5:50, or I don't know. But it'll end up being about an hour and 10-minute weather delay, and like I said, I don't foresee that they are going to be held up anymore. I think we'll get the first game done. There is some more weather behind it out to the west. Hopefully that peters out a little bit and it's not a big deal, but unfortunately slowing things down for us at the moment and has led us to talking about lots of things. As for the game that we have going on, 2-0 Portales on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. In the weather delay, we're through 3 complete innings. Portales took the lead in the top of the third with a Tiger error and an RBI double, or RBI single, I should say, that brought in another run later in the inning. So Rams will be up to hit when we get restarted. It'll be the top of the 4th inning when we get going once again. Let's continue our conversation with powerlifting real quickly, though, with their state meet coming up here in not this weekend, not next weekend, but the weekend after. For Alamogordo in 5A, Ryan Sebring is in that final qualifying spot. He's actually tied with another lifter at 565 lifts. James Martin at 123 pounds is 7th in the state, lifted 725. At 132 pounds, doesn't look like anybody for the Tigers in the top 10. And we'll keep rolling through here and see how many Alamogordo athletes we have in the top 10. Rusty Davidson still sitting second at 220 pounds after he lifted 1,270 pounds. That is rather incredible. Nice lift, to say the least. And as I continue through here, as more teams have gotten going with meets, not as many qualifiers for Alamogordo, but Alamogordo also hasn't had an event in about a month. So we'll see what happens with the A-Town Last Chance, and if Alamogordo is going to be able to get a few more into the qualifying mix. But yeah, almost every weight class had somebody there for a while for Alamo, and now it's I think it's only 3 at the moment. So we'll see if the Tigers are able to get some more back in there before the season comes to a close. In single A through 3A, Kenai Mathis is at 620-pound lift at 123 pounds. So he is currently sitting in as a qualifier, but he'll have a chance to improve that as well coming up on Saturday. Mason Garcia is just on the outside looking in at 148 pounds. As he's lifted 820, the person in front of him has lifted 830. And what else we got here? Mikhail LaSalle lifted 1,090 pounds at 181. That's a big number. He is sitting second in the state. What else we got here? Isaiah Harper at 220 pounds, lifted 1,055. And he is sitting 7th currently in the state of New Mexico. And any other Tularosa? I think that's it right now. So, yeah, it's definitely filled in as we've gotten considerably more meets going. We talked a lot about how cool it is that powerlifting has become a sport here in the state of New Mexico. It's the one huge positive of it is pretty much every school in the state can do powerlifting. There's really not, mainly because most schools in the state have a weight room, and so they can do that. Obviously, whether they host a meet or not, there's somebody in the school that can, go and compete. I mean, that goes from the single A schools all the way up to the big 5A schools. There's not a big extra expense of, whether you need a field to play on, or you do need people to officiate the events that you go to. But in terms of actually starting up a team and joining up, and you can go into other people's meets, you don't, not a huge expense to school districts, which I know is a pretty big deal. Always a pretty big deal with those kind of expenses. So. Anyway, we are rolling on with our broadcast as we hang out here waiting for the weather delay to wrap up. We're thinking 5:50 because that was the last lightning strike was 5:20, and so we've been on the hold since 4:40. That was when it first started, and the weather's pretty much moved through at this point. Even though I haven't been able to look out the window here in a little bit, I think I'm going to open up the window in the next break, and so we can look out and see what's going on out there. Otherwise, we're just kind of staring at four walls at the moment. So. But 2-0 Portales leads Alamogordo. That one, or the game that we're currently playing, is sitting in the top of the 4th inning. Rams were just getting ready to come out and hit before the lightning delay happened. And again, checking Max Prep to see if there's any update on the Alamogordo La Cueva softball game, but does not appear to be any change. Whoever was updating it hasn't updated in quite a while. Okay, we will take a break. And, again, looking for scores on softball. We might be able to have that before we sign off the air tonight whenever our second game here finishes up. But I will say that we'll have it up on our Facebook page, Alamo Sports 1230-1019, and on Twitter, at Charles Winnicky. We'll be sure to update you guys on all of that. All right, we will come back with more weather delay action. But we should be getting started here pretty soon as the Alamogordo Tigers and the Portales Rams in a weather delay since about an hour ago. Right now, about an hour ago. But we should be getting started here in the next 15-20 minutes, so we'll look forward to that.
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winner Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winner Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winner Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the games!
Living a life I love, loving a life I live.
During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. Alamogordo Tiger baseball in a weather delay, which should be wrapping up here in the next few minutes. 2-0 Portales leads. We are in the top of the fourth inning, or just about to start the top of the fourth inning. To open back up the window here, and it looks pretty good. There is some, I don't know if it's snow or sleet up there on the mountain, but there's some white up there on the mountain that wasn't there previously when we were getting this one underway. But both the umpires are back out onto the field. Most of the Tiger staff, I think, has been out there most of the time. I don't believe I've seen the coaching staff up here much. The players have been up here in the Crow's Nest, both Alamogordo and Portales. So I assume we'll have a little bit of a warm-up period, sometime 5-10 minutes or something like that, for everybody to get back going. And then always interesting to see after a weather delay. Certainly the momentum was moving towards Portales after they had scored the 2 runs in the top of the third. Does any of that shift, or can Portales get back right to it and continue what they were doing? They'll be back out there hitting in the top half of the inning. So, it's always about trying to get the focus going again and getting back underway. It looks like some of the fans are starting to make their way out there. So always good to see the fans making their way to the stands, and looks like the players are now making their way back down there, and so they'll get into their warm-ups, and we should hopefully be getting back underway here before too long. But some blue sky out there. I wouldn't say quite sunny, but it's I think we'll be good for probably an hour or so, just looking at the radar, and maybe longer than that. But we just had one little cell that popped up out to the west of town, and unfortunately got us into a delay. And that hour didn't go by that slowly, amazing enough. I've been talking for the last hour. Yes, I know I talk for a living, but it's just kind of the way it is. So, like I said, I assume both teams will be able to go through a warm-up period. Fans are being let back into the complex, and then we'll be able to get this one back underway before too long. So looks like we've got the one of the Portales coaches walking his way out. I believe that is Coach Ontiveros. That is going out to talk with the umpires and go out to talk with Coach Winrow. One positive thing, again, is the field's in good condition. We really didn't get a ton of rain, so we should be able to hour stop things. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's any. I assume that we're going to play through 7 innings both games, so I hope that'll be the case. I will say, Kudo and Portales made the trip all over here, 3.5 hours or so to come off this direction, but I see a fair amount of red in the stand, watch their team. So it'll be a late trip back that direction tonight. So we've certainly done the best, and looks like the meet at home play over between 2 umpires and Twin Room coach on that. I hope teams making their way to their dugout. They've sitting there with us for me, I should say, over the last hour, and so. Unfortunately, we had something in the air, and we had some mix that were pretty close. So again, it was definitely the smart move, and we appreciate everybody in the Alamogordo athletics administration for making those right calls and making sure that we are safe. Most importantly, that the players out there, our players and coaches and fans, are as safe as possible. So yeah, both teams are going up along the into the outfield on the first base and third base lines, and we'll get through some warm-ups. Like I said, I am curious about the pitching situation on what we're going to see if both teams are able to get back going with their respective pitchers, which Eric Vasquez started for Alamogordo, and Carson Pfaffenberger started for the Rams. And we'll see if we get both those guys back out there on the mound to begin the top of the 4th inning. Or of course, it'll be Vasquez out there for the Tigers to start the top of the 4th inning. Or do they bring in a relief? I kind of feel like you're going to have to warm up your relief pitcher as well. So it's nobody's warm at the moment. Might as well continue on with the guys that were pitching, and neither of them had pitched a ton of pitches through the first 3 innings. So I would anticipate that they'll both be back out there. All right, let's go ahead and take another commercial break. We're definitely in our share of commercial breaks, but we appreciate our sponsors, and they definitely deserve it. So we will get this one hopefully going here in the next few minutes and be back underway. You're listening to Tiger Baseball. Portales leads 2-0. We're through 3 complete. Top of the 4th should be coming up, as we've had about an hour and 10-minute weather delay, and we'll be back going with this game here before too long.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard, or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional, VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened, where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Welcome back as the Alamogordo Tigers and Portales Rams should be getting started here anytime in the next couple of minutes. It does look like Alamogordo is changing pitchers. Mason Bodley, who is pretty regularly used as a reliever for the Alamogordo Tigers, is going to come in here in the top of the fourth inning for Eric Vasquez, who pitched well. 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 doubles, a single, 2 runs. I believe only one of them is going to go down as earned after the one scored on the throwing error. So picked up 4 strikeouts, I believe, in that run. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I thought pitched pretty well through 3 innings, but the Tigers are going to make a change here as we get ready to get back underway. Alamo's made their way back over towards their dugout. Portales is doing the same, and Portales will be hitting to get things going here. So you see Cash DeLanda kind of stretching out his legs behind home plate. He's obviously somebody that's got to get back warm as well after hanging out here in the Crow's Nest, both teams, over the last hour or so. And it's not a particularly warm evening as well. I will say one thing. It looks like the wind has died down rather significantly, so that's a big positive. If that stays that way, it actually shouldn't be too bad out there throughout the rest of the night. Rams are dressed in pinstripes red with white pinstripes, white lettering and numerals outlined in black, and it says Portales across the front of their jersey, white caps for them. And the Tigers with white caps as well, but black bills. And they've got gold uniforms with black writing and white outlining. It says Alamo across the front of their jerseys here. They've got this set, and I believe they have a gray set that they wear as well. So they got some new uniforms this year. Coach Winrow had sort of mentioned that when we chatted with him in the interview at the beginning of the season, that they hadn't quite unveiled them yet, but he was pretty excited for the new uniforms. New uniforms are always fun, man. It's always nice to get a different look, and the players are always excited about that, but I think fans and coaches and everybody else get excited for some new threads as well, so that's a positive. So Mason Bodley is going to come in and pitch for the Tigers, and as I said, he's mainly been a relief pitcher for Alamogordo this season. And we can get you some of the stats. He's pitched very well in relief for Alamogordo this year, as he's coming in late innings and either picked up saves or really shut down some teams when certainly needed. He's pitched a total of he hasn't started a game this year, but he's had 4 appearances on the season. Does have 1 save to his record so far. He has struck out 7 and has given up 7 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned on the year for him. Batters on the opposite side are hitting .368 against him this season. And thrown a total of 83 pitches so far on the year. So, looks like we're ready to get this one back going. It will be the pitcher for the Rams leading things off, Carson Pfaffenberger, as he will be out there to hit lefty against the right-handed pitching Bodley. And the Tigers continuing through their infield warm-ups as we speak. And so we should be able to get this one started here before too long. Just a couple more pitches to warm up for Bodley. Yeah, that's one thing we don't unfortunately have here at this field is I don't believe we really have bullpen mounds to pitch off of like we do over at Tiger Stadium. So it's a little bit better setup there for if you're bringing in some relief pitchers. So, And it looks like we've gotten through the warm-ups and we're ready to go. And after, we'll call it an hour and 20-minute weather delay, we're ready to get underway here at Grady Fields. If you're listening to us and want to come down and watch, again, we're right across the street from Mountain View Middle School. If you are heading east on First Street, take a right on Washington. And when you get down to Mountain View Middle School, that's where the complex is to your left. Of course, you got Desert Star Elementary in this area as well. Pitch is going to miss outside on the first offering from Bodley. And we are back underway. 1-0 the count. Pfaffenberger grounded out to first base in his only at-bat. And high and outside again, and 2-0. I haven't looked around. I don't know if we've seen any changes defensively for Alamogordo as well. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count's 2-1. Mason. Definitely took a little bit off. I was chatting with Coach Edmondson here before we got started. One of the things I haven't gotten great at is, for all the baseball that I've done, is picking up pitches when they're out of the hand. Is in the dirt. 3-1. I get fastballs and maybe some of the others as well, but sometimes I wish I'd gotten better at that. High and outside, he misses, and a walk to lead off the top of the fourth. It almost feels like starting a new game, to be honest, but we've already got 2 runs up on the scoreboard for Portales, so they've got the advantage at the moment. So now the right-handed hitting Victor Lozano comes to the plate. Lozano struck out in his first at-bat. That was against Eric Vasquez, who pitched the first 3 innings, gave up 3 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and struck out 4. Bodley working from the stretch and goes in with I'm going to go curveball on that one. Hey, there we go. I got one right. That's in there for a strike. It's a pop-up and back out of play, and the count's 0-2 now. Runner on first, and there is nobody out here in the inning. 2 strikes on the hitter, as Bodley will throw a pickoff throw to first. Oh, he called him out. Woo! That was pretty close, and I think he may have gotten him before he stepped on the bag. So Bodley makes a quick pickoff move, and there's a little bit of a conversation going on with the first base coach and the field umpire, but it was sort of a, he didn't try to slide in, and then there's another curveball there from Bodley and a strike 3 looking, and so almost works like a double play. It makes the pickoff throw to first, and then gets the strike out the plate, and so good work there from Mason. I think he was kind of fired up after getting that pickoff throw, and it'll be Idel Lagarda coming to the plate now for the Rams, as the first baseman comes to the plate, and he'll ground it over towards third, but it will go foul as Gavin Finch gives chase, but no play need to be made. It's 0-1 here. So Mason Bodley into the game for the Tigers this inning, gave up the leadoff walk, but then proceeds to make a nice pickoff throw to first, and then a strikeout. So continue to be a little bit of a conversation going on with the first base coach for the Rams, as a ground ball again, pretty much the same location as Lagarda kind of went golfing there after that pitch that was down. And the count is 0-2. 2 outs, bases empty. Certainly what the Tigers needed after the long break. Come out here and get some solid outs and get back to the plate as soon as possible, as Bodley's going to miss high on the 0-2, and it's 1-2. And a piece of it there for Lagarda, gets it back to the backstop. Trying to paint that outside corner was Bodley, and the count remains 1-2. So we're still in game 1 of our doubleheader. We were scheduled to start 6 o'clock for game 2, but an hour and 20-minute rain delay, or we can call it a weather delay more than anything else. Here's a liner towards second, and that one's going to come up high towards short, and Crawford unable to do anything with it. And so Yeah, I'm trying to call that infield single and an error there. I think you're going to go E6 on that. And so there's one on. And the lefty Dylan Saunders is going to come to the plate. He replaces Peyton Williams. So we do have a pinch hitter here. As the lefty comes up against the righty. Outside it misses for Bodley, 1-0. And this one pretty hard hit, but fouled out of play up the third base side. Now, similar to the regular Tiger varsity baseball field, we do have a lot of foul territory on the first and third side. It's a little bit tighter up the lines, but once you get into the outfield, it's about the same as the other field, down and away, and the count goes to 2-1. Runner on first, 2 down. Rams leading 2-0 and trying to add to the lead. They did score one of those runs in the third with 2 outs. That's a good breaking pitch there from Bodley. Drops right in for a called strike, and the count is 2-2. Bodley set. Here's the pitch. Right away it misses, and they called a balk. So the field umpire is going to chat with the Tiger pitcher, Bodley. And so the runner able to advance to second on the balk. As he did not come set. This time he does take the pause. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, and he gets the strikeout. So a couple strikeouts for Bodley. Bodley and he also was able to pick off a runner at first. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Portales 2, Alamogordo 0 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Game 1 of our doubleheader. You're listening to Tiger Baseball on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Welcome back. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo is trailing 2-0. They'll be back to the plate. And we do have a new pitcher for the Rams as their Dylan Saunders is going to come into the game. Saunders had replaced Peyton Williams in the lineup, and so basically it's just a switch. Saunders, who was playing, or I should say Williams, who was playing right field, was replaced by Saunders, who will come in and pitch. And it looks like Pfaffenberger is out there in right field now. So that's the change defensively for the Rams. It looks like everybody else is in the same positions they were previous before we had our long weather delay. So for Alamogordo, it's 2, 3, and 4 in the order to hit. We've got a little bit of longer warm-up period here for the pitcher because basically it's what I would look at it is when you start the game with the way the pitcher gets to come out and throw a certain number of pitches. But I think we're just about done as the throw goes out to second. And so we are ready to get underway here in the bottom of the fourth. Again, 2-0 Portales on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. And it is Brody Byers lead things off. He grounded out in his first at bat. Gabriel Collazo, Castellanda will also be due up in the inning. So you wonder if this is going to be an advantage for Alamogordo. Pfaffenberger had been pitching very well, and so are the Tigers able to get something going here against the relief man. Left-handed pitcher as well, and down and in it misses, and so Byers ahead in the count 1-0. A lot of lefty throwers for the Rams. And so coming set, here's the pitch. And that one will miss down and maybe a bit away as well as the count goes 2-0. Long set here for Saunders. And it comes in and misses, and it's 3-0. Here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a ball that misses as well. So it's definitely a different level on the velocity here from Saunders. Looks like more of a location and movement pitcher than we saw with Pfaffenberger. And Alamogordo gets a base runner to get things going here in the bottom of the fourth. That'll get in there for a strike. That's always a nice confidence. Get it over if you gave up a four-pitch walk. Gabriel Collazo up for the Tigers. Walked in his only at-bat. And the only base runner for Alamogordo so far. Bit of a feign of a steal from Byers. He looked like he was on his way. And instead held up and went back. Collazo waits the delivery. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Down and in it misses. Runner goes. And they threw right back to the pitcher. Didn't even make a throw out towards second. Kind of interesting. So in the dirt, 2-1, the count now. Check back to second from Saunders. Here we go. Line outside. And Collazo has a 3-1 hitters count here with a runner on second as Alamogordo tries to bring back the deficit, trailing 2-0. Long look from Saunders. And outside it misses, and I guess we were on. I thought we were on 3-1. I guess we're on 3-2 now. I'm having trouble keeping up with the count today. Saunders checks. Runner started to go. Pitch misses low, and there's the walk now. So it's back-to-back walks, and that'll bring one of the coaches out of the Portales dugout, as the location just has not been there for Saunders here early. And try to settle him down a little bit. And Alamogordo will see Castellanda, who certainly you want your number 4 hitter coming up to the plate here with runners on first and second and nobody out. And Cash can definitely change that score with one swing of the bat. Now the meeting is over, and we're ready to get underway. Left-handed pitching Dylan Saunders against the right-handed hitting Easton Castellanda. As Byers is at second, Collazo's at first. Hit high in the air, center field, and it'll be caught and not deep enough to allow the runner to advance from second to third. And so DeLanda on a first pitch gets under it and pops it out, and there's one down. Let's talk about the get it over pitch in the first pitch that he sent to Collazo. You know, getting a one pitch out against the cleanup hitter on the opposite side certainly feels good if you're Saunders. So try to settle things down from his standpoint. And Elijah Pena will come to the plate outside the first offering, misses. And the count's 1-0. Coming set, long look back to second. A lot of bouncing around at second by Byers. Swing and a miss from Pena. And the count evens up at 1-1. Breezes are starting to pick up a little bit. It is a helping wind for the hitters. That'll miss low. And 2-1. One down, runners on first and second for the Tigers. Bottom of the fourth and trailing 2-0. Saunders out of the stretch. Will miss down and in. And these are pitches that are missing. I mean, they're in the dirt. They're far inside, far outside, and it's one of those things you don't want to. You may want to at least make the hitters think about it a little bit. And they're relatively easy pitches for the Tigers to lay off of at the moment. And runner goes to third. Here's the throw. They got him. Oh, he called him safe. Huh. Well, he gets over there to third. At the plate, though, Pena was out on the strikeout. Yeah. Ground ball to third, and that one's going to get through. One run will score. So that was definitely a big-time call there. That's Pena. I'm sorry, he did not strike out. So Elijah able to get the base hit single. And so I'm not sure what the throw got there in time to third, but the only thing I can think of is he just didn't apply the tag, that the slide came in underneath the tag. And that's two pretty crucial plays that Portales certainly could be frustrated. The pickoff in the top of the fourth, and here in the bottom of the fourth, the tag either not being applied or as pitch misses outside here to Vasquez. Or I'm sorry, now it's Bodily in there, so they've just made a straight change there as Mason will get a chance to hit, which, anytime we've talked to him in recent years, he has talked about hitting not being his forte, so we'll see if he can come up big here for the Tigers. Looking for the outside corner. Saunders able to hit it and evens up the count at 1-1. Portales leads on the Bridgestone Motor scoreboard. Tigers drawing one run back here in the bottom of the fourth. In the dirt. And the count runs to 2-1 now on Bodily. So that's the only change for the Tigers, as they just made a straight pitching change. No other defensive changes for the Tigers during that break. They've got runners on first and second, and here it comes. Outside it misses, and 3. Oh, he called that one a strike? Okay, it's 2-2. Bodily really crowding in on the plate now. Outside. And the count should now be full. I'm hoping the umpire will give us a count, but he did not. I believe 3-2. However, I've been wrong a fair amount in this game. Saunders long wait at the stretch. Bodily pops this one up, and looks like it may stay in play. And a nice grab behind home plate by Noah Swift as Bodily pops out. And that one was very close. There's a little bit of an overhang on the backstop here, as when it gets to the top, it goes more to diagonal than straight up and down. And that had to be getting rather close to that. So pop out for Bodily, and there's 2 down. Tigers would love to take advantage of this runner in scoring position here. Saunders comes to the plate in the dirt. Not far enough away for Alamo to try to move any runners up. Saunders, slow look back to second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's a good breaking pitch there from Saunders as Macklin was too far in front, and the count evens up at 1-1. The pitch. Ground ball side, and a nice play, throw to second, and as Meadows is to grab it. Tigers do get one run. Tigers end up with one hit, 2 left on, and we go to the top of the 5th. Portales sees their lead cut in half on the Richland Motors scoreboard. It's Rams 2, Tigers 1. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle.
1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Living a life I love, loving a life I live.
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Mason Bonnelly with a nice curveball to open up the at-bat, gets in there for a called strike, comes right back with it, and gets another called strike against Zane Mayberry, the number 9 hitter for the Rams, and the count's 0-2. Bonnelly works from the stretch at all times and goes back to a breaking pitch, but that one's in the dirt. Could not get Mayberry to chase, and the count's 1-2. Top of 5, it's the Rams 2, the Tigers 1. Game 1 of our doubleheader. If you're just tuning in, we had a hour and 20-minute rain delay. Outside it misses. And the count evens up at 2-2, and we're certainly hoping we don't have any further weather issues tonight. Looking at the radar, looks like we're in pretty good shape. 2-2 is fouled off, and it'll dribble its way over towards the Alamogordo dugout. And the count remains 2-2. So we'll go back to the top of the order for the Rams after this. Ontiveros and Gutierrez due up in the inning. Here it comes. And this was a ground ball to third. And is snagged. Toss on to first is not going to be in time, as Finch was not able to get that over to there in time. And it was also some good speed from Mayberry. A combination of the two, kind of a slow hopper to third, and didn't really charge on it, let it come to him. And Mayberry raced up the first base line. And so there's one on here and nobody out. And Ontiveros, who has reached twice on errors today, is showing bunts. And they're going to try to steal second, and that one's going to be off the mark on the throw from DeLanda. Gets into the outfield. Runner will advance to third. And so it'll That'll be another Tiger error in this game, and allows the runner to move all the way into scoring position at third with nobody out. And Ontiveros, not sure what we had our call at the plate there, whether it was ball or strike. So, ball. Okay, so 1-0 the count. And another good curveball there from Bodley. Count evens up at 1-1 as that drives right in for a strike. Tigers have gotten out of some jams in this game, especially with runners on third and none or one out. A little bit high there from Bodley as he falls behind 2-1 to the leadoff hitter, Ontiveros. As he's looking to just make some good contact and try to get back that run the Rams lost in the bottom of the fourth. That should be right in there for a called strike, and it is. So Bodley evens it up at 2-2. Both teams are on relief pitchers. Tigers started with Eric Vasquez, who pitched 3 innings. Then we had the weather delay. And Bodley came in, pitched a good fourth. And a ground ball throw. That is very close to being fair, but just went to the left of the bag. That thing was scooting right up the line and then took a hop. And luckily for Alamogordo, went into foul territory. And the count remains 2-2. Runner on third, nobody out. And the pitch. That's in the dirt. Batter was able to hold up. And the count runs full now, 3-2. Coming set. Here's the pitch from Bodley. High misses, and it's a walk. So an error gets a runner on to begin the inning, and a walk puts the runner over to first, so it's on the corners with nobody out. And Caden Gutierrez, who has struck out twice, that was both times to Eric Vasquez. So we'll see what Bodley is able to do here. And they call another balk on Bodley. And so the run will score. So it's 3-1 Portales as they bring in another run, and I'll see the runner advance to second on the play. Hard hit, but foul up the third base line. Bodley working out of the stretch. Now a run comes in without a hit in the inning. And fouled off and out of play. And so 2 strikes now. 0-2 to the number 2 hitter, Gutierrez. Ontiveros leads away from second with good speed. Bodley will miss that one high, and the count's 1-2. Bodley with lots of checks back to second. Here's a ground ball that will go to third, and they try to hold the runner at second, but unable to do so. And so Gavin Finch does make the throw to first to get the 1 out. And instead of maybe trying to chase down Ontiveros and get the lead runner, took the safe out. And the Tigers with a 3-1 deficit, runner on third. Yeah, there should only be 1 out. I think they're talking things over at the moment. I don't know why they think there's 2. Reached on an error, a walk. So I assume that's what they were talking about there. Yeah. So I think that we wanted to make sure that there was just one out in the inning. Bodley will see his first pitch in the dirt to Elijah Tejas, who singled in a run back in the third inning. That was with 2 outs and gave the Rams that 2-0 lead. This is hit to left field, and that's going to get down and into the gap. 1 run will score, and heading towards second, and getting in there standing up is Tejas, and the Rams have added on another run here, as they have gone in front 4-1. So it's Ontiveros that scores on the play. And Noah Swift will come up now for the Rams. Swift has walked and doubled. And Bodley is going to get a first pitch strike in there. Counts 0-1 to Swift. Bodley, multiple checks back to second. Comes to the plate and misses down and away. 1-1 to the right-handed hitting Swift. Error, walk, balk, double. And that has been our inning so far. There was a ground out in there. And that's in there for a called strike to Swift. And the count is 1-2. And he will try to throw back to second. The baseball actually deflects off of the runner and just sort of dribbles away. Nobody able to advance. And so Tejas will take his lead again. Bodley. Again, 2 quick looks back. Throw to the plate. And that's going to just miss outside. Belanda tried to bring it back across and see if he could get the call, but count evens up. Tigers trying to get out of this inning without any further damage done. Already 2 runs across. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. DeLanda will have to hop over the throw to first. And good grab out of the dirt there by Collazo. That was a little low, but was able to snag that. Runner will stay at second as Bodley picks up his 3rd strikeout. Two down in the inning. And Carson Pfaffenberger comes to the plate now. Walk and a ground out in his 2 tries. As the lefty will see the first one in the dirt. And the count is 1-0. This is hard hit and high in the air, right field. It is going to be foul. And that did get right up against the fence out there. That was a long, long way that Pfaffenberger hit that. Got a little bit too far underneath it, but I will say that was that carried a lot for sure. 1-1 the count. As Bodley. We'll see this one hit into right field for a base hit. And the Tigers were playing deep in the outfield, and then it hops over the Tiger right fielder's glove as Macklin unable to make the play. Pfaffenberger is still running. He's going to end up at third, and it's an RBI triple. And the Rams now lead 5-1. So Alamogordo pretty close to getting out of this inning. I think the run scores regardless, but the runner able to get over to third after a misplay in the outfield. I think Macklin was trying to scoop it up and make a throw on the run, but it hopped over his glove and got behind him. And the first pitch believe was in there for a ball. Here's a ground ball that goes foul. And I believe we're at 1-1. Check that, 0-2. 0-2. Runner on third with 2 down. And the pitch from Bodley in the dirt. DeLanda stops that. And the count 1-2 now to Victor Lozano, who has struck out twice, but it's his first, it's his second at bat against Bodley. Mason started in the 4th inning, so he has struck out once to Mason. And this is pretty hard hit, but it is going to go foul. Went after one upstairs, but got around on it, and just a little bit too early for Lozano. 3 runs home in the inning for the Rams. Tigers had cut the lead in half with a home run in the home half of the 4th. But really nice response here from the Rams as they have scored 3. Swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. DeLanda will tag the runner. 3 strikeouts there for Lozano, and the inning is over. But not before the Rams score 3. They have 2 hits in the inning. They leave 1 on. Alamogordo with 3 errors in the inning. And the Tigers trail 5-1 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tigers try to answer back. Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9.
Ochoa Stucco serves residential and commercial projects all throughout this wonderful community. Whether you're looking for some patching up or a complete stucco on your home or business, Ochoa Stucco has you covered. 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. Caleb Crawford gets hit on the very first pitch from Dylan Saunders. And he gets over to first, and the Tigers have a base runner. And Saunders will miss outside to Aiden Tupper. Tupper struck out in his first at-bat. And that'll miss a little bit low. And it's 2-0 now. Tigers trailing 5-1 on the Richardson Motor scoreboard. Rams with 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 5th. Tigers with 1 run in the 4th. That'll dip low as well. And so both players that have come in as relief pitchers have struggled a little bit with their control. Saunders gave up 2 walks in the last inning. And that one will miss and get away from Swift, the catcher, but not going to allow the Tigers to get 2 bases there. And so hit by pitch and walk. And it was a walk to begin the last inning. And just as what happened in the fourth, Saunders will get a visit, and I think we're going to see a pitching change here for Portales, as it looks like the center fielder, which is Zane Mayberry, is going to come in and pitch, and I think they're going to send Saunders out to either center or right field to play. And we'll see what Mayberry can do. So he'll go through his warm-ups. We will take a commercial break. Do want to mention before we go to the break, big win up in Albuquerque for the Alamogordo Lady Tigers as they win 9-8 in 8 innings. Had to score 2 runs in the top of the 7th to force extras, and then 3 runs in the top of the 8th, and they were able to hold on for the win. La Cueva was able to come back and make it close there to finish it off. But that's a big win. La Cueva's one of the top teams in the state, and we know the Lady Tigers are as well. So that's a massive win, certainly, to make sure you get at least one up there. We'll be right back. Rams with a pitching change. Tigers have runners on first and second here with nobody out in the bottom of the 5th.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional, VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Tigers with a new hitter here as Cade Kiss will face off against a new pitcher as Zane Mayberry will come in from center field. Looks like Saunders is playing center for the Rams. And it's a right-handed pitcher. And here's a bunt that is going to go foul up the third base line as Kiss tried to lay that one down and at minimum advance the runners up. Tigers still with just one hit in the game. The RBI single from Elijah Pena is the only hit for the Tigers. They have had a few on due to walks and hit by pitches. Got to take advantage of certainly this opportunity here with nobody out in first and second. Kiss again tries to bunt. Again, it'll go foul. And so the lefty 0-2. Tigers trailing 5-1. Coming set is Mayberry. Here's the pitch. Hard hit, left center field. That's going to get down. They will send the runner. They will not throw home, and the Tigers able to get one back. Cade Kiss with the RBI single for the Tigers on an 0-2 count. And Alamogordo trails 5-2. That one had a little less depth than I thought it did. I thought it was easily into the outfield, but I got to tell you, the shortstop, Gutierrez, jumped up, and he may have been very close to making a play on that, but it dropped down in, and the Tigers still have first and second with nobody out as Crawford scores from second on the play. Now another bunt laid down, and nobody is going to be out. Heck of a bunt there from Brody Byers. I'd say a little bit of a defensive miscue from Portales as you had both the first baseman, Legarda, and the pitcher, Mayberry, go to it up the first base line. At minimum, you think they could have gotten the throw at first, but it could have also been Tejas didn't get over to the bag quick enough to cover, and so the bases are loaded with nobody out after the bunt single from Byers, and you've got Gabriel Collazo coming to the plate. That'll miss down and away. Tigers trying to rally back. They're down by 3. They've got 1 run across already in the inning. Hit by pitch, walk, single, single. As Mayberry into his motion, here's the pitch. That's going to miss low as well. Rams on their second pitcher of the inning. And I think unfortunate from their standpoint is Pfaffenberger had pitched really well through the first 3 innings until we got the weather delay. Collazo holds up. Pitch misses low. And Gabriel ahead in the count now 3-0. Nowhere to put him here for Mayberry. As the bases are loaded, certainly you're taking here if you're Collazo. And he does, and it's a get-it-over pitch, 3-1. I'm sure that was tempting. That was right over the plate for him to offer, but certainly the smart play there to make him get one over, and now we see what he can do on a 3-1. And Collazo going to step out just as Mayberry was coming set at the belt. He'll take one big practice swing and then step back into the box. Bases loaded and nobody out. It's a big opportunity for the Tiger first baseman. Mayberry trying to help his team maintain a 5-2 lead. High pop-up, and it's going to be an infield fly. The runner at third had gone towards home, and he nearly did not get back in time there. So, infield fly pop-up there. One down. And Cash DeLanda, who popped up on his very first swing on the very first pitch that he saw in the last inning, that was with runners on first and second. Going to try to bring in these runs and cut into this Portales 3-run lead. That's in there for a strike. That's good stuff there from Mayberry after falling behind 3-0 to Collazo. Did kind of have the free pitch to get it over, and then gets him into a pop-up. DeLanda, 0-1, probably wasn't going to offer at that first pitch. He swings and misses, and it's 0-2. So with the order coming up here for the Tigers, they've so far been unable to take advantage. And Cash finds himself behind the count 0-2. Elijah Pena, though, with an RBI single, is in the on-deck circle, barring a double play. Here it comes. Down and away. DeLanda able to hold up. And good work behind home plate by Swift to keep that in front of him. One and two the count. Long look in here. DeLanda stays in the box, though. Big deep breath there from Mayberry, and DeLanda, he will pop this one up, and they collide, but it doesn't really matter because it's an infield fly. And DeLanda upset with himself. And so it doesn't really matter that they dropped it, and that was certainly an infield fly. It was a pop-up, and they were probably 10, 15 feet in front of or from home plate when they collided. But Tigers now have bases loaded with 2 out. So can Elijah Pena now come through with runners on second, or rather runners all the way around, and that one is going to go over his head. And 1-0 to Elijah. Elijah knocked in Brody Byers last time. Byers standing at first base at the moment. Coming set. There's the pitch. And that's in the dirt and sort of leaks away again from the catcher Swift, but not far enough away for the Tigers to try to take advantage. 2 down here in the home half of the 5th inning. And the Tigers trailing 5-2 and trying not to squander a great opportunity here. The base is loaded with nobody out. 1 run home already this inning. And getting it over there for a strike. As Pena still ahead in the count now, 2-1. Ground ball left side. It is through for a base hit. 1 run will score. They will throw towards second. It gets away from the second baseman, and the Tigers have runners on the corners, and Elijah Pena this time with a 2 RBI single, and all of a sudden it's a 1-run game again as Elijah comes through big with 2 outs. The play scores both Tupper and Kiss. And we've had quite a busy 5th inning here. And so Mason Bodley going to come to the plate with an opportunity to tie up this game. In there for a strike. Byers at third, Pena at first. Base hit evens this one up. Pickoff throw to first. Pena will slide back in. I think you'll probably see players on both sides slide back in after the pickoff. Earlier in the game, Alamogordo was on the positive end of that one, but maybe take a little bit less of a risk. Pena goes. Pitch will miss outside. Here's the throw. And they throw out there, and the run will score. Pena now is going to advance to third as the throw gets away. And so Tigers very fired up in their dugout. Kind of surprised they made the throw out to second. And so Pena finds his way over to third now. And it is a 1-1 count to Bodley. Byers on the double steal scores. Swing and a miss from Bodley, and it's 1-2. So the Tigers have climbed all the way back into this game after giving up 3 in the top half. They score 4 in this inning, and we're even. Try to take the lead here if Mason can grab a base hit. And he hits it hard, but he hits it foul. Good contact, but up the third base line, and we stay 1-2. That's been, unfortunately, with the hour and 20-minute rain delay. Otherwise, it's been a really entertaining game. It's been nice to not have that break in there in between. Both sides have made big plays. Bodley going to watch that one miss high, and it's 2-2. Good at bat here for Mason. So we've seen Portales do in this game is just keep at-bats alive, keep innings alive with 2 outs, and grab some extra runs when it looks like maybe the Tigers are about to get out of the inning. In the dirt, 3-2. We're seeing the wind pick up pretty good again here. Full count to the Tiger pitcher. Pena's at third. He had the big hit in the inning as he scored, helps 2 score with 2 outs on a single and a swing and a miss, and Mayberry able to get out of it. And so the Tigers do score 4, though. They get a 2 RBI single from Elijah Pena. They get an RBI single from Cade Kiss, and a double steal results in a run as well. We are tied at 5 through 5 completes on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 101.9. We'll be back right after this with the top of the 6th.
Living the life I love,
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
Custom work is what Ochoa Stucco does best. Whether you need an estimate for your home or business, you won't find better quality work anywhere. Contact Ochoa Stucco today. Like them on Facebook, 575-442-6745. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened, where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 12:30, 101 at 9. Tigers have tied up the game after a 4-run fifth inning. They had trailed 5-1 going into it after the Rams had scored 3. And we kind of got a whole new ball game here. It's been a fun one so far. Breaking ball from Bodley drops right in for a called strike on Alamogordo. Struck out and reached on an error in his last at-bat. That one they'll get away from Bodley as Delanda has to jump out of his stance and snag that. So 5-5 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard. Tigers with 1 run in the fourth and 4 in the fifth. A ground ball softly hit up the third base line. And the count now 1-2. Rams scored 2 in the third and 3 in the fifth. Bodley set. And the 1-2. This is hard hit center field, but Kiss able to get underneath it. He's got it. And right at him for the first out. I think that's the first time since Mason has come into the game in the fourth inning that the Tigers have gotten that first out. He gave up a walk in the fourth, but picked off that runner. And then in the fifth, it was an error, and that eventually allowed the run to score. Bodley comes to the plate, misses a little bit high. Counts 1-0 here to Dylan Saunders. Saunders' second at-bat of the day. And the pitch. This is fouled off and been shot over towards the parking lot over there. I didn't hear any crashes, so that's good. Usually you also hear the reaction of the crowd if that ends up happening. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Bodley as that drops in there, and Saunders sort of a late offer at it. And so 1-2 with 1 out. Base is empty. Here comes the pitch. Couldn't quite get that one in there for a strike. He also couldn't get Saunders to offer at it, and the count evens up at 2-2. Bodley ready to go. Here it comes. Outside, he misses 3-2. Saunders struck out in his only at-bat. Yeah, kind of interesting. Peyton Williams, who came out of the game, had a double. Actually came around and scored. But obviously for pitching reasons, they had to move some stuff around. Oh, he got it. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. And not too much of an argument from Saunders. He goes back to the dugout. Not that you would argue anyway at the high school level, but didn't really just stand there and kind of watch that one. I think he knew that Mason was able to paint that outside corner on him. And there's 2 down. Now, certainly what the Tigers want is a shutdown inning after that big 4-run bottom of the fifth. This is a pop-up, and it'll be shallow right field. And trying to go on and make the play, Macklin unable to get there. And this is going to allow the runner to advance to second. And so kind of a bloop double from Mayberry. And can't really call that an error. That was a tough play on whether it was going to be the second baseman for the Tigers or the outfielder for Alamogordo, as both Macklin and Tupper were doing their best to get to it, but it was well placed by Mayberry. And we get back to the top of the order of the Rams and a runner in scoring position, and they've done a lot of work with 2 outs in this game. Trying to continue that. And a breaking ball that'll drop down into the dirt. Ontiveros is 4th at bat already here in the 6th inning. Has reached on an error twice and reached on a walk. The pitch. That time he gets it in there for a called strike. And the count evens at 1-1. Runner on second with 2 down. And a 5-5 ball game in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. A little bit high. 2-1. It's kind of been on and off. We get these little wind gusts that blow through. You got a pretty good one that's moving through right at the moment. No stoppage. Curveball, and that's a called strike as well. 2-2. It's definitely causing some challenges for the Portales hitters, as the curveballs from Mason Bonnelly dropping right in when they need to into the zone. Looking to get out of this inning. Here it comes. And this one hit towards short. Should be playable. Throw on to first is in time. He got him. Trying to slide in there was Ontiveros, but he did not get to the bag in time. It was a bang play, and the Tigers are able to get out of the inning. That was all Ontiveros' speed there. He really worked his way up. And not sure, it looked like the coach for Portales asking, I'm not sure what he was asking there. He got to the field umpire now coming in. Home plate umpire is heading back towards home, and I guess that's it. I don't know what he was, what he may have been asking about there. Anyway, the Rams now coming back out on defense. Bottom of the 6th inning coming up. Can the Tigers get a run and try to close this one out in the top half of the 7th? We'll see if they're able to make it happen. You're listening to Tiger Baseball here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. We're tied up at 5.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019. The Tigers are tied up with the Rams here at 5. And a new pitcher for Portales as they bring on their shortstop, Caden Gutierrez. Knowing the certainly this is a big inning for the Rams. Looks like they've moved Ontiveros to short. And trying to see, I think that's 15 that is over at third. Now they've made a couple, or at least they've made one or two defensive changes here, but the righty comes up here to pitch now for the Rams, and it is Gutierrez. And here is a ground ball that will go foul. The leadoff hitter in the inning for the Tigers. And it is Cade Kiss. Tigers went all the way around in that. No, I'm sorry. Ryan Macklin. I was going to say, Tigers went all the way around the last inning. They did not. They got 8 up to the plate in the last inning when they scored 4. And so 0-1 to Macklin, looking for that outside corner, and they get a called strike there. So it is 0-2. Nobody out, and the leadoff hitter on for the Rams. Caleb Crawford, Aiden Tupper also due up in the inning for Alamogordo. Macklin, a couple of ground outs in his 2 tries. It's in the dirt, and it's 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Hard hit, but foul and well out of play up the first base side. And the count will remain 1-2. And strong winds coming along the third base line in. It's something to the opposite field and get some air underneath it. You could send it quite a long way. I think if you pull it, it might be a little bit more difficult. Just missing that outside corner is Gutierrez. And the count is 2-2. You know, he's got similar velocity to what we saw with Pfaffenberger earlier in the game. The Tigers will have to kind of readjust here from the last 2 pitchers that they faced. That's a little bit high. And so Macklin's worked himself to a full count after falling behind. 3-2. 7, 8, 9 in the order for the Tigers in this inning. And time going to be called pretty quickly there by Macklin. Just didn't like the rhythm that he had. Steps out, one big swing. And we'll set back into the box. Working from the stretch is Gutierrez. As here comes the pitch. This is just getting a piece of it. Macklin sends it to the back. Stops his at bat alive. Count remains full. Leadoff hitter in the inning for the Tigers. After 4 runs in the last inning. Trying to keep that momentum up, and he draws a walk. That's a heck of an at-bat there from Ryan Macklin. Goes 8 pitch. Fell behind the count early. Took it back to a full count. Fouled off a really good pitch, I thought, on that last 3-2 delivery from Gutierrez. And the Tigers get one on here, representing the winning run, or at least the leading run. And so it'll be Caleb Crawford coming to the plate now. Pickoff throw to first. And pretty close play again, but safe over at first is Macklin. We'll see if the Tigers are going to be aggressive here and try to send Ryan and get a runner to scoring position early in the at-bat here. This is hard hit to the left center field. Will it get down? It does. And it hops over the center fielder's head. But, and the left fielder who was backing him up misplays it. And the Tigers are going to take the lead. Macklin scores. Both outfielders misplay it. As I believe Mayberry had gone back out to, Mayberry is at third base now. So I believe that's Saunders and Lozano. Saunders got to it first on the first hop, and it went over his head. And then as it had gone past him, it also went over the glove of Lozano. And ending up at second is Crawford. We'll give him the RBI double, but Alamogordo's in front now 6-5. And just a couple of miscues in the outfield. They never got their glove on it. And certainly Crawford made the play that he needed to get the bat on it, but that comes inside into the backstop. I'm not sure if it hit the batter. I don't believe it did. And so the Tigers now have a runner on third with nobody out. And Tupper at the plate. He walked in his first at-bat. So Gutierrez ready to go. Runner on third. And Alamogordo with a walk and a double. And they're going to bring the infield in here. As it misses outside. Wind has really, really picked up over the last 5-10 minutes or so. I'm not sure who that would help or hurt in this spot, but it's just a thing that both teams are having to deal with at the moment. 2-0 the count. And the runner on third, and time going to be called by Swift as he's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. And we got a baseball that's rolling in here from, I think, the Portales dugout. And so Swift and Gutierrez continue to talk things over. Now both teams have had their share of miscues tonight on the defensive side. And here comes the pitch. Popped up and out of play. And 2-1 now to Tupper. Top of the order, Cade Kiss in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. He knocked in a run in the fifth inning. This is a Tiger team that hasn't given up. You know, you look at the Roswell game, the first game in the Roswell doubleheader last week, they were behind. Nice curveball there from Gutierrez as he gets that to drop in. 2-2. But the Tigers were behind in that Roswell game on the road last Tuesday and battled back for an 8-5 win, and doing the same thing here. However, a long way to go. Tigers want to add on as much insurance as they can. It's high at the eyes there, 3-2 now. Long set here from Gutierrez. Goes with the breaking pitch. Called strike three. That one, now I will say, they've been calling that strike most of the night, certainly for Mason on the other end. That was, at least from up here, looked like it may have been a little high, but I'm up here, not down there. And there's one down. And so Kiss will come to the plate now. 1 for 3, strikeout, ground out, and the big RBI single in the fifth. And he hits one to the right side of the infield. They will not go home. They will throw to first instead, and the Tigers bring the run in. So it's a ground out RBI for Cade Kiss, and Alamogordo leads by 2 now. Gives them, again, that just a little bit of extra cushion as we go to the top of the 7th. But the inning not over yet as Brody Byers, who singled, stole a base, and scored in that 5th inning, comes to the plate. And the second baseman, Tejas, kind of came up on him. He didn't field it, I believe, as cleanly as he wanted to. They were playing in, so it obviously came up on him quickly and decided to take the sure outs. And there is a breaking ball, and sliding out of the way was Byers. And so the count 1-0. Collazo on deck, looking for another opportunity. Trying to hit that outside corner, and catching it is Gutierrez. And the count evens up here at 1-1. Base is empty for the Tigers, but they've taken the lead and have scored 6 unanswered runs. Swing and a miss, offering at one down at the shoelaces there for Byers. And the count is 1-2. Gutierrez ready to go. Here's the pitch. Down and away. And Byers able to hold off on one that wasn't easy to hold off on, especially if that had stayed up. That's the kind of pitch that is sort of, if it stayed up and hung on that outside part of the plate or near that outside part of the plate, has usually been a called strike. That'll miss outside. And Portales thought that should have been strike 3, but I thought it was off the plate. They disagreed. You had the pitcher and 2 of the infielders that were starting to move towards the dugout. It misses, and it's a walk. So the Tigers keep the inning alive, and Gabriel Collazo will come to the plate with a big opportunity here to try and add on to the lead. Kickoff throw to first before anybody stepped into the box. Yeah, the pitcher hadn't even become set or anything, and Byers was taking a lead. Of course, Byers already has 2 stolen bases in this game. Probably looking for another one. Doesn't have a big lead right now. He'll stay. Collazo to the left side, base hit. And the Tigers have runners on first and second. And Cash DeLanda coming to the plate. One of the Rams players lost their cap. And so first hit of the day for Collazo. He had walked twice and popped out into an infield fly a little bit earlier in the game. But with 2 outs, chance for the Tigers to add on here. And Cash DeLanda, who has had some good opportunities in this game, had runners on first and second in the 4th and popped out. And then an infield fly with the bases loaded and 1 out in the 5th. And so, and he was exceptionally disappointed in that 5th inning where he popped it up. Slammed his bat hard down, and you know, we've got the aluminum bats. You can still break aluminum bats, but you do have the aluminum bats now. That had been the wooden bats back in the day. You wouldn't, or back in the day, a couple of years ago. Pitch comes inside. DeLanda turns away from it, and they count 1-0 to the Tiger catcher. You know, it's a game that's going to end up close to 3.5 hours, and looks like Gutierrez looking for a different pitch from his catcher. He steps off and now resets, as we are getting some serious wind right now. And time going to be called. And the field umpire is calling in the coaches. And I don't know if they're talking about, with that wind coming in, if they want to stop things or keep things going here. And I assume just wanted to discuss it with the managers. I can't tell, is that rain that's coming down or is that just dust? No, I think it's raining a little bit. Yeah. So we are getting some rain right now. I don't think it's particularly hard. And so, you know, talking things over, and you know, we got a little, I think it was a little bit of a spritzing is what I'm going to call it. Because we're underneath the lights, it makes it look a little bit worse than it is. That's always the way, you know, anytime you're at a stadium, you pick that up a little bit more because it reflects off the lights. So I don't think it's that bad. The wind's actually died down a little bit here. A little bit of rain actually probably would make it better, keep the dust down. Here comes the pitch to Landa, and that's going to be low, and it's 2-0. Well, an inning that the Rams thought was over. They thought they had gotten Brody Byers on a 2-2 pitch. Did not get the call, and then ended up walking him. He's ended up at second after a Collazo 2-out single. And the Tigers leading 7-5 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. DeLanda gets a piece of it. And nice play by Coach Winrow as he barehands that. Just kind of a subtle nod over to his bench after he made the play over there. 2-1. And Now, I don't see the rain anymore, so I think whatever it was has gone through. Couple of checks back, 2-1. Check swing by DeLanda. And I don't know if they're saying he went around or if that was a called strike, but I think he said he went around. DeLanda was not happy with it, 2-2. DeLanda ready to go. Runners on first and second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It gets away from the catcher. He's going to tag him out, and the inning is over. So it is 7-5 Alamogordo. We go to the top of the 7th, and Alamogordo trying to finish this one up and pick up a win in the first half of this doubleheader. You're listening to Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
This is Rachel from First National Bank. We offer business-focused accounts with loans to help your business grow, including SBA loans and construction loans. Smart tools, better banking solutions.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
The Winter Circle has been outfitting champions for over 50 years in Otero County. Established in 1970 by our Gigi and Big John.
Let's show our school spirit. Whether you're a Tiger, Wildcat, Bear, or Chief, we can make t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos, and hats. And we do custom embroidery too. The Winter Circle does it all. Custom orders available for businesses, squadrons, and organizations like hats, polos, name tags, also trophies and awards.
Winter Circle, 1201 10th Street. Go Tiger! See you at the game!
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019. Alamogordo trying to finish out this game, a 7-5 lead. Mason Bonnelly comes in with the breaking pitch and misses, I think, a little bit low there. But the Tigers with a 2-run lead, their first lead of the game. They've been behind the whole way. It was 2-0 Portales, then 2-1, then 5-1. Gets it in there for a called strike on the outside corner. Caden Gutierrez sees the count even up at 1-1. And the Tigers would tie it up at 5 and then get 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Swing and a miss, and Bonnelly gets ahead in the count 1-2. Mason came in the 4th inning after our weather delay. Eric Vasquez pitched the first 3 innings. Left the game behind 2-0. That's in the dirt, and laying off that one is Gutierrez. Count evens up at 2-2. Bonnelly comes set. And the 2-2. Those with the breaking ball. Can't get that one to drop in time. And the count now full. Gutierrez, by the way, 0 for 3. A couple of strikeouts and a ground out in his 3 tries. He faced Bonnelly back in the 5th inning. But a big 3-2 pitch here as Bonnelly trying to avoid a base runner to start the inning. Here it comes. This is hit in the air to left center field. That should get down. At least one. And the Tigers play it well, but it's not going to be enough time to get it in there in time. It's going to be a double, and the Rams get exactly what they need coming out here in the top of the 7th and put a runner in scoring position. They've done that 3 times in this game. Leadoff hitter in an inning with a double. So it's Elijah Tejas now, who has singled and doubled, 2 RBIs, and a run scored this evening. And so the Rams have exactly who they want coming up to the plate in this spot with the runner on and in scoring position. Bonnelly coming set. There's the pitch. Ground ball towards second. Should be playable. Toss on to first is in time. Does move the runner up to third. Tigers will take that, though. And you know what? They'll take another ground out to the right side with that runner on third. They'll give up that run happily. That's how big that second run when Cade Kiss, that ground out RBI, how much of a difference that really makes. But 4-3 on the putout as Aiden Tupper makes the play. And there's one down. Noah Swift to the plate, double walk and a strikeout. And he swings and misses and wants that one back because that was in the dirt and away from him. Trying to be aggressive on that first pitch to Bodley, or from Bodley. He struck out in his only other at-bat against Mason. Here's the pitch. And gets that in there for a strike. Good movement on that. And Bodley gets ahead in the count 0-2. Well, and I'm not sure what is going on here between the home plate umpire and the Tiger catcher, Cash DeLanda. So there was something that he must have said. And I think the home plate umpire saying, no more. And so I don't know if he had said something to the hitter or if he had said something to the umpire or what exactly happened there. As the pitch misses a little bit high, 1-2. Runner on third. Tigers trying to close out this game, 7-5 the lead. Hard hit and into the gap. Run will score. And Swift will most certainly end up at second. He may end up at third as it goes all the way to the wall. They get the throw in time, though. And so the Rams trying to keep this game alive. They make it a one-run game. And Swift with his second double and his first RBI of the game, it will score to Gutierrez. And so now the knot, I guess, tightens a little bit more here on the Tigers as they see Carson Pfaffenberger, who has tripled in this game and has got an RBI, a walk and a ground out. Tigers will definitely take another ground out here if they can get that and get to that second out. They do have Victor Lozano in the on-deck circle who would love another opportunity. He has struck out 3 times. So Swift stands at second. Rams may be trying to steal third here in this situation as well. Swing and a miss. Counts 0-1 to Pfaffenberger. Pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? He did. And 0-2. So Bodley quickly heading the count as he was in the last at-bat. Can he close this one out? The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. What a big pitch there from Mason Bodley. And the Tigers have 2 down and are an out away from closing out this game, leading 7-6. So it is those opportunities you love about baseball. A guy that has struck out 3 times and comes to the plate, and he has an opportunity to either keep this game alive or the Tigers have an opportunity to finish it off, you know. Check back to second. Here's the throw, or here's the pitch, and it will be a little bit high, 1-0. Always that extra chance of redemption towards the end of a game. Try to help out your team. The 1-0 from Bodley. Swing and a miss. Too far in front of that. Count evens at 1. Bodley working his 4th inning here, or trying to finish up his 4th inning. Swing and a miss, and Lozano behind 1-2 now. Tigers 1 strike away from picking up the win in the first half of this doubleheader. Bodley to the plate. Swing and a miss. He struck out. He'll tag him out. Oh, and then Cash throws down his And so Castellanda screaming at the Portales dugout. And completely unnecessary there after the end of that game. As obviously Cash was fired up, but exceptionally lucky that he did not get ejected from the end of that game after he had tagged out the runner and then fired down his face mask afterwards. And so I got to say, very, very fortunate that the Tigers did not lose their catcher afterwards. And Coach Winrow talking with Coach Ontiveros afterwards, and I think he's shaking hands and wanting to make sure that that everybody's okay here, and that this isn't something that carries over to the next game. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. More of the the Otero Federal Credit Union post-game show. Coming up for you next here on Alamo Sports and Talk.
Feel lucky? During the month of March, Local Credit Union is hosting a promotion called Luck of the Draw. Every loan originated will be entered into a weekly drawing. One lucky winner will have the interest rate of their loan reduced to 2.99%. All other terms and conditions of the loan will remain the same. Call staff for more details. Fill out loan applications online at localcreditunion.com. Member NCUA.
If your home is in need of some stucco work, either the whole house or some patch and paint work, Ochoa Stucco has the expertise to get the job done and done right. Contact them today at 575-442-6745 for your estimate. Go Tigers!
Show your school spirit. First National Bank is a proud supporter of our local schools. As a thanks to you and in support of our schools, First National Bank will donate $5 to the school for each new account opened where a mascot debit card is requested and issued. Member FDIC.
Move your bank account to Otero Federal Credit Union. OFCU offers savings, checking, or upgrade to an elite checking, bill pay, debit card, and online and mobile banking. Combine that with some of the best loan rates in the area, and you have a new home for all your financial needs at your fingertips. Visit OteroFCU.org to open your account today. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Your success is our success. We belong to you.
Ryan Richardson Motor Company wishes the Tigers an amazing winning season. May your efforts match your dreams. Buy, sell, or trade late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. Financing available. Stop by for a test drive and score an amazing deal with Ryan Richardson Motor Company. 318 South White Sands Boulevard or online at ryanrichardson.company. That's ryanrichardson.company.
Use the equity in your home to finance your dreams. This is AJ from First National Bank. Plan that special vacation, those home improvements, or simply pay off bills. It's easy. Apply for your home equity line of credit today.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Discover our great mortgage loan rates, our competitive closing costs on conventional VA, FHA, and first-time home buyers. This is Deborah from First National Bank. Affordable solutions for the home you deserve.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. All loans subject to credit approval.
Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230-1019, and we're just going to play one today as this first game, as the Tigers get the win 7-6, and Game 2 has been called off, and we think a lot of it is due to travel time. They don't want to send Portales back at an exceptionally late time because of the weather delay. I heard that they might not have played two up in Albuquerque for Alamogordo and La Cueva as well. Alamogordo softball got the win up there. 8-7 in 8 innings, so not sure if they are going to end up playing both games up there or not. So I'll check in back on that when I get the opportunity. But 7-6 the final here. The Tigers get the win. And a nice come-from-behind victory for Alamogordo as they do get the victory. The Tigers get the 2 runs in the 6th that were crucial for them. If they do not get those, it certainly makes a big, big difference in tonight's game as Portales came out in the 7th and were able to add a run in there, and the Tigers left a runner stranded on second. Just to follow up there on the end of the game, so the Tigers get the strikeout, and then DeLanda tags out the runner, slams down his helmet, and kind of starting to yell over at the Portales bench. And I don't know what was going on throughout the game, if there had been a lot of talking that had gone on between both sides, and Cash was, I mean, he's an intense guy out there. We saw that in his last at-bat when he check swung and thought that he did not go around. And, I will give the home plate umpire a ton of credit for, letting Cash stay in the game, because he certainly, and I got to say, if we ended up playing a second game tonight, I think, I'm not sure Cash would have played in the second game, because I think there was a chance that he might have been tossed. But the funny thing is he certainly could have been there at the end of the game, and the Tigers could have lost him for the first game of district. So I think very, very fortunate, because once he threw his helmet down, and then there were a couple players from the Portales dugout that came out, he continued to walk towards them and was still yelling at them. And, I mean, listen, you have the intensity of the game. You can appreciate that. You're really into what's going on out there, but there also has to be that temperance, which is so interesting because you talk to Cash in a normal setting, and he's such a calm and relaxed guy. But, boy, when he's out there playing sports, he's fired up when he's out there. So, you certainly like that about someone and their intensity and how much they're into a game. But just wanted to follow up the end of that game because, it's certainly not what you want to see in that situation. You just won the game. You don't want to do anything to, hurt something, what I thought was going to be game 2 of a doubleheader, and instead ended up just being the only game of the doubleheader, and that might hurt yourself or your team and your opportunity to continue playing. So, all right, so we're playing just one, and, hey, we'll post some stats up on our Facebook page, but, hey, we've been on the air for 3.5 hours in a row, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Actually, as I look at my deal here, 4 hours and 16 minutes, as a matter of fact, that we've been on the air. So we're going to go ahead and close this one out. The Tigers get the win 7-6 on the Richardson Motors scoreboard, and look for stats up on our Facebook page. We'll have it for you there. And same with the final scores from up in Albuquerque as Alamogordo Lady Tigers beat La Cueva in the first game of their doubleheader. And if they played a second game, I'm not sure if they did, because there was at least one of, I was looking at James Yodis' tweets, and he wasn't sure if he was, he said that they might not be able to play the second game could start so late. So I don't know if that's necessarily the case. So they may try to go ahead and get that one in, though. But we're playing just one here. Portales is going to try to get back home, and we wish them the safe travels. The Tigers with a big win, 7-6 here over the Portales Rams. They start district next Tuesday on the road against Centennial, and our next Tiger Sports broadcast will be next Friday as Alamogordo hosts Centennial. We'll look forward to bringing that one to you. Have a great night, and keep it here on Alamo Sports and Talk, 1230, 1019.
No roadblocks are scheduled today on Highway 70, 54 South, or 380. For the latest roadblock information, call 575-678-1178. Tonight's forecast is calling for mostly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers, windy in the mountains. Alamogordo, low of 36, Cloudcroft, low of 21. For tomorrow, mostly sunny, becoming partly cloudy, still windy in the mountains, and a 30% chance of rain in the mountains. Alamogordo tomorrow, high of 56, low of 34. Cloudcroft, high of 37, low of 21.
Hi, I'm Barbara, and I work for social services. On our lobby wall, there's a picture of this kid I used to work with. She's all of 17 years old, and she's on one of those missing posters. Unfortunately, that happens to a lot of our kids who don't have somebody to step up for them. They stay in